What's good? What's good? What's goody, my peopleizations? What's goody, my peopleizations? Let's talk about it. Get on up in here so we could talk about it, my peopleizations. Uh, so, according to undefeated two division world champion, who currently is the WBO reigning super middleweight world champion, British superstar boxer Billy Joe Saunders, he has some, resolutions about what's going on with the Canelo Alvarez fight. Uh, and we heard the audio from two division world champion, WBC reigning middleweight world champion, superstar boxer Jermall Lyons only Charlo. He stated, well, he has no interest of going to super middleweight and taking on David Benavidez. And at the same token, he's not going to fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andre, who was a two division world champion and the reigning WBO middleweight world champion. We're going to talk about it and get into it today, my peopleizations. Jeffrey Monroe, my brother in the super chat. What's up, Blue? Been in the hospital, but I'm glad to be back with the best. Oh, man, I'm glad you are back with us, great brother, and I'm glad you're okay, man. Salute to my brother, to Jeffrey Monroe, man. Appreciate you in the super chat. Hope all is well with you, man. Hope everything is going good with you, man. Glad to have you back, great brother. I was going to ask where you been at, but you made that abundantly clear. I hope all is well with you, man. Smash the like button as you come in. As we got 200 people here, let's get 200 likes. So smash the like button, okay? So let's get right on into this, right? But first, let me greet all my peopleizations that are here. Will Smith, New Jersey, Thomas Nolia, Nilly G, Chappelle Show 56, Big Texas, Clayton Smith, Vince Williams, DP Rocker, Young World, Christopher Johnson, Reg Lowe, 50 and 0 TBE, TMT, Floyd Mayweather, Mundox from Chicago, God's Greatest, Jay Vinci, Nuke Juice, Dimitri Cohen, Benjamin Harrington, Peter Atkins, Chilltown Majors, Devin Blocker, Spice Kid, Robert Burgos, Chilltown Majors, Mama Mentality, Terry Smoot Jr., my brother Terry Smoot Jr., MJ's Total Health Wellness and Enrichment, the SS Family, Peter Atkins, Pat Cannon, Xavier Moses, Fat Cat Shadow Boxing, Lloyd Lawrence UK, my brother Zach Knapp, Kenneth Wise, Kevin Munnings, Big Nick 32, Kick Science Socially, Valiant Prize Fighter, Creighton Brooks, See Me Grow, what's going on with you, great brother? Raphael Murphy, Jay Dubber, what's going on with you? Terry Roberts, Underground Asylum, my brother. Wendell Augusti, what's going on? Mentu Ba Hotep, my brother. Jay Lynn, Piece of Bus Queen, how you doing? Tim Allen, Richard Pedigano. Hope I say your name right. Bam Bam Graham, Pat Cannon, Kenneth West, Gold Kings, where you been at? Jose Villanueva, John Doe, Andy Lattimore, Moses King. What's going on, my peopleizations? Kashif Dixon, Big Money, Texas, Toledo, Sinquobu, Mississippi. What's going on? LJ Burns, Kennard Smith, my brother Bishop B. Megastar in the building. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, friends with little kids, little cousins, have them subscribe to KK Pencil TV. My brother Bish, please drop the link in the chat. Terry Roberts, what's going on with you? Charlie J, Sean T, what's going on? Let's get into this. Trey Dennis, what's going on with you? So let's get into this, man. We got 210 people. Let's get 210 likes. Smash the like button. Wipe your feet as you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Gio James, Khalil 98, Angelo Rodriguez, what's going on with y'all, man? Smash the like button. Let's work, okay? So with that said, Jermall Charlo, he stated that, he has no interest in fighting Demetrius Andre because he's unknown, okay? He's not going to go up to 168 and shake on David Benavidez because he's not a 168-pounder. Jose Villanueva, Cedric Trailer, what's going on? And that's where we have resolution, right? Why? Because, we need the best to fight the best, okay? It's not acceptable that you give Juan Mateo an opportunity at a world title, but you won't give the fans a unification bout with Demetrius Andre. And I understand the history. I understand the past. I understand what took place. Jay Walk, what's going on? I understand that you have reservations with JT 1305. What's going on? I understand that you you have pause for cause when it comes to doing business with Demetrius Andrade, but you owe it to fans to give the fans the best to fight the best. Okay, you will fight Juan Monteo, but you won't fight Demetrius Andrade. That's not cool for the fans. Okay, Tim Allen, what's going on? And we know that, and I understand if possible, he could get the Gennady Triple G Golovkin fight. I'm all for it. Okay, Rico Breeland, what's going on? I'm all for him fighting Gennady Triple G Golovkin by any means. If that's the fight that he can get and secure it, over Demetrius Andrade, I'm all for it because it's a unification bout. Okay, and on top of it, you're not going to get Murata in the ring. Now we hear Jaime Munguia and Triple G are talking about a possible fight in the summertime, and then the winner's going to fight Murata in December. Which clearly lets us know it's clear indications. DP Rocker, my brother, ABC Kendall, what's going on? JJ Rivera, what's going on? Bay Area in the house, what's going on in the Bay Area? Which is Ketty Peace 504, December Winter, what's going on? Which is a clear indication they have no interest in fighting you, right? Obviously, we would much rather favor, the fight between, Chantel Hill, what's going on? Jermall Charlo get his opportunity with Triple G. But listen, M. Rashid, what's going on? If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, what's going on? But you got to give the fans the best to fight the best. Murata, in my opinion, I think that the WBA needs to make a move just like they did with Manny Pacquiao. And I think the IBF needs to make a move with Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Tavares Devance, what's going on? That's what I believe. Jeffrey Monroe, my brother in the super chat once again. He said, "Thank you, Blue, for your kind words, man. Thank you, great brother. Appreciate you. Money in the Ghetto, what's going on with you, great brother?" Cedric Trailer, my brother in the super chat. Big fan of Jermall Charlo, but go ahead, beat up Andre for doing shady business in the past with your bro. How you handle that? Yeah, man. Victor Ramirez, what's going on? We need 817 Boston B. What's going on? Big Money, Texas, Toledo. What's going on? We need the best to fight the best. Okay. We need the best to fight the best. You understand what I'm saying? Chuga, fantastic. My brother, what's going on? He said everybody's for Canelo, but failed to put themselves in position for him. Charlo or Andre can easily go up to 168 and fight David Benavidez and be Canelo mandatory, but they shouldn't. Yeah, I agree. Brown Squad Inc. Travis Hart, what's going on? Jamal Henderson, my brother, what's going on? Jordan Logan, Trap Media, what's going on? I agree. You have to put yourself. Dwayne Jones, what's going on? Blessings up to Atlanta. So let me say this, right? Okay. This is where this is where I get lost at, is because if today Canelo Alvarez, Coach K, what's going on? If Canelo Alvarez today, Dwayne Jones, what's going on? If today Canelo Alvarez said, "Oh, I want to fight Jermall Charlo next," he'll go to 168. He'll go to 168 and fight Canelo Alvarez. Okay. And here's the thing that gets lost in this and everything is you. Let me say it again. Here's what get lost in everything. You the fan. You the fan get lost in this entire equation, right? And see, this is what happens. The fan needs to, at some point in time, the fans have to take a stand, okay? The fans have to take a stand, and the fans have to say, listen, enough is enough already. Enough is enough already. You're paying big money, just like you would for any other event. Ball, what's going on? Any other event. You pay big money for basketball. You pay big money for the NFL. You pay big money for baseball. And guess what? They do their best to give you the best versus the best. I'm gonna say it again, boxing fan. What's going on? The NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, college football. They do their best to give you the best versus the best for your dollar. Now, it don't always pan out that way. Salute to my brother Chuga, fantastic, in the super chat. It doesn't always pan out that way. Dane Watson, what's going on? Because there's obviously there's things that get in the way, right? But for the most part, they solo production, what's going on? Trey Gates, what's going on? For the most part, they do their best to try to give you the best versus the best. Hey, that Louis, what's going on? And boxing, they're not doing it. And this is a sport that you can control more, the best giving you the best versus the best. Linda Morrison, peace and blessings to you. You understand what I'm saying? There's one Super Bowl, right? Like Jalen said, there's one Super Bowl, right? But they try to give you the best two teams possible. They try to put the best two teams in possible. They give the best team the easiest route. You get the number one seed in the NFL, right? You get the easiest route to the Super Bowl. Now, if you trip up some along the way, well, that's on you. Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's going on? Right? There's incentives for being the best. In the NBA, you get the number one seed, you get the eighth seed. Okay, you get your route to the NBA Finals is easier than everybody else's route. You're the number one seed. Now, sometimes you get situations where good teams, Tyne Scott, Peace and Bless Queen, Jonas Cruz, Moran, Sean Gibson, Chuck, what's going on? Roz Kranz, what's going on? Sometimes you have Anthony Duran, Deion Smith, what's going on? Sometimes you get North Memphis 48, Kenneth Wise, what's going on? Sometimes you get trip ups. Like you have teams that are very, very good that'll be the seventh, eighth, sixth, seventh, eighth seed, right? And you get those top three seeds, 1, 2, and 3, and those teams may have had injuries along the way during the season, which their resume don't reflect the actual talent on their team. So you may run into road bumps there where you got a good team versus a good team because now they're healthy. You understand? So things like that happen, right? But for the most part, the league, the structure tries to give you put the best in position to get the best versus the best for the world championships. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? In every league. You understand? In boxing, there is no outside entities that not so many that can derail it. Sterl Wall, what's going on? DP Rocker, my brother. Thomas Moreland, what's going on? Right? Now, okay, right. DP Rocker, he said the Lakers. For instance, the Los Angeles Lakers, right? They had a lot of injuries. LeBron James injured, AD is injured. So they're going to fall in a place where they shouldn't be. So you're going to get a top seed versus the Lakers in a route that, the Lakers is going to be the better team. But its injuries have their resume and their record reflecting their injuries, but they don't reflect their talent when they get healthy. Jermaine B, my brother in Super Chat, BJ Saunders don't deserve the fight anyway. All the BS he do. Yeah, well, but you know what? With BJ Saunders, man, he's a good talent, man. There's things he's done else that you can question, but he's a good talent. You understand what I'm saying? It's still a good fight. Tone 40, what's going on? Is it the biggest fight? Competitive wise, no, but it's still a very good fight. And Billy Joe Saunders have the skill set to beat Canelo Alvarez. It's dependent on what Billy Joe Saunders shows up. Big Money, Texas, Toledo, my brother in Super Chat. Y'all listening up. These are straight facts. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Right. So this is what I'm saying. Peter Atkins, Leon 25. What's going on? Right. Yeah, Jafari Caesar, what's going on? St. Louis Mick, what's going on? Smash the like button, man. We got 415 people. Let's get 415 likes. Okay, smash the like button. What's going on? Right? So now you look at it from this standpoint. Boxing, FOC Rock Boy, what's going on? Boxing doesn't always. Now you get an upset in boxing, right? We had the Buster Douglas situation with Mike Tyson. We're supposed to get Ian Levant. What's going on? Lex Renzo B, what's going on? We're supposed to get Mike Tyson versus Holyfield earlier. Buster Douglas, he upset that, right? Desmond Morrison, what's going on? Systematic 1X, what's going on? Baby Yaga, what's going on? Deontay Mosley, what's going on, big brother? Boston Grace, what's going on? So every now and then you do get these situations where you get these upsets and it upsets the apple cart, right? And it's unexpected. D-Lo 404 Boxing, what's going on? I remember one time they were setting up for Gamboa versus Juanma Lopez. Y'all remember Juanma Lopez? They were setting up Gamboa for Juanma, right? And Juanma got knocked out by Orlando Salido, and that upset everything. Robbie Sanders, what's going on? Donald now, the 66-year-old G Grant, Triple OG in the building. What's going on? Full of Hunger Boxing, what's going on? Bobo, what's going on? Carlo Realist, what's going on? So these things happen, but not so many times. Robbie Sanders, what's going on? That's me, what's going on? For the most part in boxing, the best man usually wins. When you can tell who's the better guy, he usually wins. Now, like I said, there's times where things happen and you get a shocker and an upset. Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. It happens every so often. Okay? Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, right? Juanma Lopez, Orlando Salido situation. Then, DeAndre Smith, salute. It happens. Ant 314. What's going on? But for the most part, the it not happening. Armando Acosta. What's going on? I appreciate you. For the most part, it doesn't happen. That's why it's such a big upset. For the most part, it doesn't happen. Okay. So with that said, right, the boxing needs to identify the fans. They need to acknowledge the fans. Boo Robinson, what's going on? The fans need to be acknowledged. That's what's not being acknowledged here. Grind Hard Sports Nation, my brother, what's going on? Tone Capone 1, what's going on? Chuga Fantastic, my brother in Super Chat. The irony of MTK guy mad about fix. Yeah. Fly guy, Indy, what's going on? And on top of it, right? Another thing, Chuga Fantastic is, and salute to my brother Chuga Fantastic in the building, in the Super Chat again. My brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Reggie dropped the link. Yeah, one other thing is, he said that, he didn't like the fact that, now get this, Billy Joe Saunders said he didn't like the fact that Eddie Hearn, Ashante L, 7 trillion, what's going on? Jose Diaz, what's going on? He didn't like the fact that they already have a fight scheduled with Canelo and Caleb Plant in September. Anthony Villapando, what's going on? Brian Petro, what's going on? Right? He didn't like that. He's not in favor of that. But ironically enough, though, Claudia Flores, what's going on? Ironically enough, right? His fight was scheduled with Canelo before Canelo even fought Avni Yildirim. Huh? And Avni Yildirim, he got in there. Be that bitch, peace and bless, Queen. How you doing today? He got in there and didn't assert himself. Didn't even look like he wanted to be there. KB, what's going on? But Billy Joe Saunders like, how they going to schedule a fight in September and me and Canelo didn't fight? The same way they schedule a fight between you and Canelo and he didn't fight Avni Yildirim yet. Jamie Weapons Webb, what's going on? You see how that works? You see how that works? But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about it is that maybe, just maybe, Billy Joe Saunders is looking and saying, well, they got the same thing in place to make sure he wins this fight against Avni Yildirim to fight me for him to fight Caleb Plant. Texas T 346, what's going on? I'll say it to you again. Maybe he's saying to himself, they got the same plan in place when me and his fight was scheduled. B. Paulie, what's going on? Me and his fight was scheduled. Maybe it's the same thing. And maybe Billy Joe Saunders is saying to himself, I know this. Sasha, peace of blessings, Queen. She said from Bogota. Blessings to Bogota. Appreciate you, Queen. So maybe Billy Joe Saunders is saying to himself, I'm not falling for this. Claudia Flores, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Maybe King Jr., what's going on, King? Maybe Billy Joe Saunders saying, I know how this works. I was a part of it. Galvatron, Star Wall, what's going on? My brother Galvatron, what's going on? Giant Squad, what's going on? Idris Mateen, what's going on? Denard Taylor, Kaz, what's going on? Right? Maybe Billy Joe Saunders is looking at it from that standpoint. Now, Billy Joe Saunders, he said that they agreed. Now, get this now. He said, before I signed the contract, we agreed that there will be one judge from UK, there will be one judge from the US, and one judge from Mexico. That's what Billy Joe Saunders said. Eric O'Donohue, what's going on? That's what he said. He said, we agreed that it'll be one judge from the UK, one judge from Mexico, one judge from the US. Elijah Hannon, what's going on? Now, I don't know. FOC Rock Boy, what's going on? Miguel Perez, what's going on? Kenny, what's going on? I don't know how it works with finding the judges and how they're picked. I don't know the system. James Diamond, everything. Wayman Davis, what's going on? But I do know if you're a boxer and you have any type of questions when it comes to Canelo and how things are viewed, Kevin Price, what's going on? Then at the end of the day, if you bring this is a huge piece because Canelo Alvarez versus Floyd Mayweather, one judge said it a draw. How could you watch that fight and say it was a draw? Product 909, Sean Richardson, what's going on? How could you watch that fight and say it was a draw? Jay Gibson, what's going on? Texas T 346, my brother in Super Chat. He said Jermall got my city looking bad, shaking my head. Yeah, man. Peace be free. JY, what's going on? How could you look at that and say that was a draw? So remember, when he fought Olsen Trot, they went to the open judges scorecards and they had him up big. It was a close fight, but they had him up big. So it's understandable for Billy Joe Saunders to say, Michael Demps, what's going on? Wait a minute. The judges, we gotta make sure that this is the where I'm comfortable. And he said that they agreed in the contract, and now he's saying that. Well, they informed him. When I was on the undercard, I knew they informed him now that UK judges can't be there. Huh? Jose Vargas, what's going on? Now I don't understand. Now I don't know. Like I said, maybe there's travel restrictions. Maybe there's travel restrictions, right? Juanito L. Quay T. Mete L. He said it won't even go to decision. FOC Rock Boy said the same thing. Hey, y'all don't underestimate Tina D. Peace of blessings, Queen. Y'all underestimating Billy Joe Saunders. Don't underestimate Billy Joe Saunders. Sherman Callahan, Ricardo Garza, what's going on? My brother Idris Mateen in the super chat. He said they told Billy Joe Saunders what he wanted to hear to sign those papers. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Now they tell him, now, Joe Kelly, what's going on? Now, maybe, right? No, now maybe, right? That there's a travel restriction that is going to prevent Fred Dallas, Texas boxer. What's going on? John Legene, what's going on? Maybe there's a travel restriction that's preventing, certain judges to travel, right? But how could that be when I just witnessed Tyson Fury come from the UK and now he's here in the States training? This fight is only 3 weeks away. So Tyson Fury is here training, right? In the States. I have good sources and good reports that tell me that Anthony Joshua is now here or getting ready to enter the States to train in Miami. You understand? We know Josh Taylor is here because he's going to fight Jose Ramirez May 22nd. So he'll be here. So how come the judges can't travel? Adrian Vett, what's going on? Robert Brown, what's going on? I'm confused as to why would that be the case? Emmanuel Joseph Bain, what's going on? I'm confused. Why would that be the case? Right? And so Billy Joe Saunders, he's having a lot of question. Right? So if we know, we can see they're traveling. They're clearly traveling. So how come he was informed that they can't come? Huh? Because even if the one judge that you may have chosen already can't make it, well, then there has to be replacements. There has to be replacements. Pete Davenport, what's going on? Wow, Sasha said apparently Eddie Hearn was overheard saying if Billy Joe wins, it's going to mess things up. Wow. And I heard that too. I didn't know. And so now you heard the same thing I heard. Because I heard it and I was like, I'm going to overlook it. Ray Kirkland, what's going on? And Sasha said she heard the same thing as well. Because I heard that. Drew Rio, what's going on? Luis Donato, what's going on? Rex Renteria, what's going on? So we're counting out Billy Joe Saunders. We can't do that. And now we got to look at it from this standpoint, right? The judges are very important, especially there's a long, right, unofficial saying, right? If you fight Canelo Alvarez, you're already down 2 rounds. Esco 2 time. Dub still for life. What's going on? Anthony Kyle, what's going on? Right? C Love, my brother, super chat. Why he mad? He knows the same people as Fury. Get them to work their magic in the fight like they did in the Wilder Fury fight. Yeah, Big Lake Show, what's going on? My thing is this, right? Bobo, what's going on? See, things 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 are perceived different when you're wearing the shoes. Pima Guilestein, what's going on? Hector Mayorez, what's going on? Howard Robinson, what's going on? Right? When you're wearing the shoes, you see somebody walking down the street and they're saying, "Oh, my feet hurt, my feet hurt." And Dow Gigaba, what's going on? D Dubs, what's going on? Right? And you're like, man, it's just a little further. It's just a little further. And they're like, but my feet are hurting these shoes. Oh, it's just a little further. It's just a little further. You got to push yourself. You got to push yourself. You got to go ahead. John Nori, what's going on? And then when you have those shoes on and you got to walk the same miles, you perceive it completely different. Jimmy Chin, what's going on? Sneezy Forster, what's going on? Solo Production, my brother Super Chat. Saunders wants to be treated fair. I don't blame him. It's been a couple of question marks with these Canelo fights, but I got Canelo winning. I have Canelo winning as well. But you know what I'm not going to do, Solo Productions, is overlook Billy Joe Saunders. Because these are GQ, what's going on? Because when I watch Billy Joe Saunders versus David Lemieux, instantly I said, that version can beat Canelo Alvarez. That version. Man, Chow, what's going on? That version that fought David Lemieux, he could beat Canelo Alvarez. But then I said to myself, Freddie B. Birkinshaw, what's going on? But when I watched him in other fights after that, I'm like, he can't beat Canelo Alvarez. So you get these different versions of Billy Joe Saunders. We get these different versions of Billy Joe Saunders. So when I look, right, Sasha said, apparently Eddie's saying it's the Texas Commission for about no UK judges, but not sure who to believe. It's going to, it's got nothing to do with travel restrictions. Wow. Yeah, because I was confused. And then he said this, right? He was told, Jose Orta, what's going on? He was told that there will be no fans in attendance or a limited amount of fans. He says, now they're telling me miraculously it's going to be 70,000 fans. And, now, how's he going to get his fan base over? Melvin Harris, what's going on? Or is the UK fan base going to be allowed to travel in such short notice, right? See, and I know people may not understand. See, this is how I read it, at least. And salute to Kenny. He said, from high judges to suspect scorecards, raised communal limits, comp tickets, and fights and versus Abney Yildirim for David's belt. Nello is the most protected ever. Yeah, man. Star City J, my brother, what's going on? Big Lake Show, my brother, super chat. First super chat, keep grinding, King. I appreciate you 1,000%, great brother. Warrior Class the Third, what's going on? So now you got to look at it from this standpoint. This is how I read into it. Billy Joe Saunders is like, you told me no fans was coming. No fan, a limited amount of fans, right? Because we knew Texas was open, but limited amount of fans. He said, now that went from that. Now, obviously, things opened up more in Texas. Things changed, right? Kingish, what's going on? Things changed. Okay, so obviously, the amount of fans is going to be allowed, change. But now, are the UK, because the UK fans, they travel in drones. Let's be honest here. There's no fan base that travel like the UK fan base. Johnny Jackson, what's going on? There's no fan base that travels like the UK fan base. Frankie Whitmore, what's going on? None. None. You go to these fights when it's UK fighters, especially big UK fighters, you would think that you're in the UK. Both Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder fights, I'm like, man, are we in the States or are we in the UK? Ricky Hatton fights. Are we in the States or are we in the UK? Right? They travel. Rome Far Rock, what's going on? They support their fighters and they support the sport of boxing. Robert Brown, what's going on? They support their fighters and they support the sport of boxing. They travel. Our Abomination, what's going on? Daniel James, what's going on? You understand? So now, if you just change it overnight and say, "Oh yeah, now we're gonna have 70,000 fans," well, now you're asking UK fans to make a decision in a short period of time. You understand? Now you're asking them to travel in 3 weeks, man. That's 550J. What's going on? Yeah, I saw that. I was going to talk about that too, Queen. She said, breaking news from the UK, Eddie Hearn has left Sky Sports and setting up the zone in the UK. He has 3 months left with Sky. Chris Perkins, what's going on? And see, this is the thing, right, Sasha? People didn't pay attention. He did the same thing with Showtime. Pool counter boxing, Armani Rivera Frazier. What's going on? He did the same thing with Showtime when Anthony Joshua was on Showtime. Overnight, he packed up and went elsewhere. See, listen, Eddie Hearn, right, is going to make the best business move. Debo 4735X, what's going on? Now, miraculously, think about this. It was Sky Sports that was standing in the way of Deontay Wilder, Tyson, and Anthony Joshua fight. Remember that? Oh, we can't do business with because we with Sky Sports and this, and this. Now, obviously, the zone wasn't in the picture, so that changed things, right? That changed things. Johnny Q, what's going on? Sky Sports was the zone wasn't in the picture. They are now. We got 650 people. How many likes we got? How many likes we got? We got 650 people. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. How many likes we got? How many likes we got? Dr. Pablo Sled, Lifetime Eon, what's going on? How many likes we got? Get the likes all the way up because I know we don't. 285 likes, and we got 650 people here. That's not even half. That's not even half. Tone Corleone, what's going on? That's not even half. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes. We should at least have 600 likes. Pound for pound sports entertainment. My brother, what's going on? The real McCoy, what's going on, great brother? We should have at least 600 likes. At least 600. We got 654 people, and we don't even have 600 likes. We don't even have 300. Donaldson 24, what's going on? No, Ricardo Garza, I don't do that. Eduardo Santiago, I'm doing Amar, Wont Jr. Boxer. What's going on with you? Get the likes all the way up, man. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Sylvester Simon, 2011. What's going on? Get the likes to 600, man. And no, get the likes to 700. Right now, get the likes to 700. Rex Renterio, what's going on? Oh, Sasha said a lot of people don't know, but AJ contract is with Sky, not Matchroom. So AJ will stay with Sky till this contract runs out. Wow. So he got what, 3 more months? Alejandro Zununga, what's going on? So he got 3 more months than AJ. Dustin B, what's going on? Diego Baltazar, what's going on? Yeah, wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Smash the like button. It's free. Get the likes up to 700. So people will rather fall off and leave than hit the like button. Boston Dad, Veronica Perez, what's going on? says, how is Canelo? You guys are, huh? Must be a kid. Richie Demby, Ethiopian Eyes. What's going on? Get the likes up. MBM, my brother, what's going on? Ryan Taylor, Esco 2-time, what's going on? D. Smith, what's going on? Daniel James, what's going on? Smash the like button. Get the likes up, man. J Real 504 Music. Ergene Osman, what's going on? Marco Fan 2, what's going on? Yeah, see, people would rather leave than hit the like button as if they have to pay. No. So it don't matter. Go ahead, smash the like button. Or go watch somebody else. Dubster for life, what's going on? We work. We give you content over here, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 all times of the day. One man show. Morris Green, what's going on? By myself. Give you content all day long. Give you these breakdowns all day long. And all we ask for is the like button. Come on, man. Jamil Allen, what's going on? Mark Ambrose, what's going on? My brother Ryan Taylor in the super chat dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. Appreciate you, great brother. Much love to you. Idris Mateen, my brother, back in the super chat. He said, until Haney fights Fimo or King Garcia, I'd rather watch Clarissa Shields. Yeah, I like Clarissa Shields, man. Dante Williams, what's going on? Yeah, we give you content all day long. So people, this is just show you, people don't want to support. They'll rather leave than do something that's free. Okay, that's all good. Olamar Music, what's going on? Support the channel, support the grind, man. That don't make no sense. People just sit here and watch. It's free. Just smash the like button. Support the channel, man. Mario Salazar, what's going on? Herb Mariam, what's going on? So, yeah, so, you know, my brother Rome Far Rock in the building in the super chat. Salute, family. Thanks for the content all day and all night. Much love to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Man, we do this all day and all night. Dolo, by myself. Sleep deprived. You see me yawning now. Actually, I'll hit the like button. People would rather leave than hit the like button. Come on, man. Esco 2-time, my brother in super chat. Appreciate you, great brother. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? John Donish, what's going on? Said, why don't you debate the IBFP? I don't even know who that is, bro. I don't know. Y'all be knowing these people. I don't know who these people are. Y'all be knowing these people. I don't watch these people and I don't know who they are. There's no way. See, here's the difference. Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? Let me give y'all some insight, right? Tay Brown, peace of blessing, Queen. How you doing today? Let me give y'all some good insight. Y'all get all this content from me. Y'all get all this, you know, my time and everything. Dwayne Ross, what's going on? Moshin Bay, Jesse Jones, what's going on? You know how? MZ Towards Boston, what's going on? Because I'm focused on myself. And I'm focused on giving you this content. They focusing on me. 513 Rob Tubbs, what's going on? How? That's why you lacking putting out the content. Put the content out. I'm focused on giving y'all the content. I'm focusing on the sources telling me this and giving me this information. I'm giving you the content and putting it out as I get it. But if I know all these other platforms, that means I'm spending too much time watching them opposed to giving y'all the content. So, and it's no slight to nobody. I'm just telling you, I don't be knowing who these people are. OMC well, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He says, salute, Blue. I will support you and the grind rather than give 1 cent to Ruiz Arreola, a fight true to the game. Oh, man, I appreciate you, great brother. Much love to you. Much love to my brother OMC well in the building. Always coming through showing love. That's love. James Grizzard, my brother in the Super Chat. Keep up the good work, brother. Checking in from AZ. Real recognized real. Salute to Arizona, man. I went to Arizona one time. That's when I went to watch. I went to look at to the Grand Canyon. I took my kids and wife to the Grand Canyon. Anthony Rose, a brother in the Super Chat. Give him that work, Blue. Smash the like button, people. Yeah, it's free. Smash the like button. It's free. Don't cost nothing. Cassandra Mason, peace, bless, Queen. How you doing? Q, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'll be up all night trying to give y'all this content. That's all I'll be doing. Dustin Black, my brother in Super Chat. Blue, I really wish you was mainstream to put his good content out there for the masses, but Blue, I don't think Charlo changed weight classes for one boxer. Well, the thing is, he would switch weight classes. Oak Park Boxing, what's going on? Mordecai the Great, what's going on? See, my thing is, Master Allah, what's going on? See, the thing is with me is that I feel like Jermall Charlo, he would go up to 168, as he stated, to fight Canelo Alvarez. Frequent flyer RC, what's going on? You understand? He'll go up Deontay Bailey, what's going on? DM Lee, what's going on? He'll go up to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez. See, this is the thing. Slick P, what's going on? Here's the hold up, right? It's like this with Terrence Crawford. He'll wait 6-7 years to fight Manny Pacquiao, but he's short-winded when it comes to Errol Spence. Slim Jim 314, what's going on? Rocco 3, what's going on? He's short-winded when it comes to Errol Spence. He ain't got time for Errol Spence. DeHaven Alexander, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? When it comes to Errol Spence, right? He has no patience for Errol Spence. Right? Takora Porter, what's going on? When it comes to Jermall Charlo, and not just Jermall Charlo, anybody, right? Andre, anybody. When it comes to Canelo Alvarez, everybody will go through a marathon. It's a sprint with everybody else. But Canelo Alvarez, it take however long it takes, you'll wait around for it. When it's Manny Pacquiao, right? It's a marathon. When it's Errol Spence, it's a sprint. Burgess Meredith, what's going on? You follow what I'm trying to tell y'all? It's a sprint with everybody else. It's a marathon with certain people. It don't work. It don't work that way. Quan 43, my brother, what's going on? You understand? How could that be? How is it, Boss True Sir, what's going on? How could it be a sprint with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? It got to happen now. It got to go, and it got to go how you say. But when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, it's a marathon, however long it takes to make that fight happen. 7 years, 8 years. You'll continue to wait around for them. When it comes to Canelo Alvarez, you'll wait around for them instead of creating your own path to greatness. Canelo Alvarez, guess what he did? His blueprint ain't no different from your blueprint, people. I'm going to say it again. Manny Pacquiao, Canelo Alvarez, their blueprint is no different from yours. You are shoe-in. You have the opportunity to do exactly what they did. You don't need them to catapult you into their light. Kevin Effect, what's going on? You don't need them to catapult yourself into their light. You have the necessary resources around you to be able to place yourself in the same position that they're in. But you're not using it because you focus on them. If you Terrence Crawford, you don't need Manny Pacquiao. It's good to have, but you don't need them. You can create your own version of yourself, the greatest self you could be, without Manny Pacquiao. And guess what? That possibly could surpass Manny Pacquiao. People are focused on Manny Pacquiao and don't realize, focus not on Manny Pacquiao himself, focus on his journey. Stop trying to be, see, here's another thing. We live in a time of instant gratification. Just add water. Instant gratification, just add water. Why? Why? Because when you look at Floyd Mayweather, everybody want to be Money Mayweather. Nobody want to be Pretty Boy Floyd. Everybody want the Bentleys, the Bugattis. What's his airplanes, his mansions? Everybody wants that. Well, it took Floyd Mayweather time to get to Money Mayweather. He was Pretty Boy Floyd first. What about Manny Pacquiao? Right? When he used to wear the trunks with the flames on them. Right? What about that version of Manny Pacquiao? When he was left-hand dominant. And fighting Barrera, Morales, Marquez, and all these guys you didn't even, he fought everybody. That's how he became Manny Pacquiao that you know today. So why not follow the path of fighting everybody? Canelo, I always say this, and I'm going to say it again. And it's the most, not the popular thing. Moshin Beige, my brother in Super Chat, Blue, day or night here in the UK, you always posting up on YouTube. I'm always like, man, Blue never sleeps. Catch some Z's as well, bro. Grind never stops. The grind don't stop, great brother. It don't stop. Vex, what's going on? It don't stop. Man, listen, when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about content. I kid you not. Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keon. Go subscribe to my brother Keon. Everything Boxing and Sports. On the Ropes. What's going on? On the Ropes Boxing. If y'all was here to spend a day with me, it don't stop. And guess what? If I could take everybody with me to the top, I'm taking you with me to the top. That's just who I am. That's how I'm built. I don't want to be at the top by myself. I want to be with everybody else. I want to break bread. It's boring by yourself. I want to be with my brothers and breaking bread with my brothers and the sisters, the kings and the queens. That's what I want to do. So I can turn around and be like, yo, I can have a conversation about our journey getting to the top. If I'm, yeah, it's a lonely road trying to get there. But listen, if you can help, hey, listen, help. I'm trying to pull you this way. I'm trying to help you pull this way. And somebody in the front helping me out. That's what it's about. That's why I don't pay attention to all these people on here. Marky Dan, 123, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that 3/4 of a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Salute, Blue. T.O. says he wants Josh Taylor at 140, undisputed after Cambosos. Do you think he's ducking Haney? And if that fight with Taylor happened, who you got? I'm going Josh Taylor if the fight happens. He's too big, right? Too strong, too versatile. He has a high ring IQ. Those are big dudes. He's 5'10", 100 with a 70 plus inch arm reach, and he's gonna rehydrate at least to 155 pounds. They're big. And is he avoiding the fight with Devin Haney? Absolutely, absolutely. Cut and dry. Marky Dan 123. Cut and dry. They don't want to fight Devin Haney. They don't like the style matchup. They don't like what he presents. They don't like it. So they're trying to avoid it. Period. Everybody sees it. If they tell you that they don't see it, then they're not being truthful. How could you say, well, Devin Haney, Octavio Espinoza, what's going on? How could they tell you, oh, Devin Haney's boring. Devin Haney ain't fighting nobody. So fight him and get it over with. You're doing more talking about him than fighting him. Fight him. Oscar De La Hoya come out talking about, oh, he got to prove himself. What did Ryan Garcia do? Nothing. Teofimo Lopez would rather, listen, why would you rather people question if you undisputed opposed to fighting Devin Haney and silencing all the questions? Solidifying it where there's no questions. If he's such an easy fight, he's boring, he's doesn't have no power, he's not exciting, he don't knock out people, then why let the questions linger? How does that add up? Moondocks from Chicago, my brother in the super chat. Sup, Blue? Just wanted to send some blessings and tell the people to support the channel. You do this for us. The least we can do is just press the like button. Thank you, great brother. And it's free. Just press the like button. Support the channel, support the grind, man. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Just come in and smash the like button as you come in. Done. Moped Mosley, what's going on? East Oakland 3500, what's going on? Soldier Boy 911, my brother in the super chat. Salute from Philly, my good brother Blue. As always, keep hitting them upside the head with the straight facts. Still need to see Stevenson versus Chris Colbert. Oh, I would love that fight. Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper, what's going on? I would love that fight. Calvin Ringo, Loving Down Gaither, what's going on? You understand? I would love that fight. So here's the thing, right? You Billy Joe Saunders, you see the writing on the wall. And you're saying to yourself, uh-oh, Boxnar 805, Chris Trucker, what's going on? Darius Garraway, what's going on? You're Billy Joe Saunders, and you're seeing that writing on the wall, and you're starting to say to yourself, uh-oh, something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. And so now Billy Joe Saunders, he wants it to be known before they even go in. Before they even go into the fight, Billy Joe Saunders like, wait a minute, something ain't right here. And he's letting everybody know, Uppercuts Boxing Nation, what's going on? His displeasure, and he's letting everybody know what was agreed upon and what's not taking place. He's letting everybody know, I agreed to this fight, and they're not holding up their end of the bargain. Shaquavius Moore, what's going on? Salute to the DMV. He's letting everybody know this. I held up my end of the bargain. Now they're not holding up their end of the bargain. They told me that the judges was going to be so and such, and it's going to be 1-1-1, and now all of a sudden, UK judges can't be involved. Why not? Why not? Southern T. Boston, how good of a chance am I giving Billy Joe Saunders? That's hard to say, great brother, because simply, I don't know what version of Billy Joe Saunders is going to come in. Brian Alvarez, what's going on? J-Real 504 Music. Marcus Priest, what's going on? If I knew what version Billy Joe Saunders was going to come in, if you told me you could guarantee me Billy Joe Saunders that fought David Lemieux is going to show up against Canelo Alvarez May 8th, okay, I'm giving him a 40% chance. Albert Anderson, what's going on? I'm giving him a 40 to 45% chance because that style and being a southpaw and being slick and being mobile gives Canelo Alvarez problems. It gives him trouble, right? Now, salute to my brother Jermaine Bean in Super Chat. He says, you drinking that like it's a beer, Blue? Man, I get a gallon of water in. Boxing on 805. What's going on? I get a gallon of water in a day, man. And you know what? I try not to forget it. You know, so I try to get it in before I forget it. Claudia, she said over 40,000 tickets were sold in the pre-sale period, smashing the previous record for the best performing pre-sales for the mobile ticket. That's not true, Queen. It's not true. John D. Rowley is another way over. Don't listen when they tell you that Cooper Pactoba, what's going on? Alice York, Jose Scenes, what's going on? When they start to tell you, 40,000 tickets were sold, really? Where's the promotion? Where's the people come from? You know what is 40,000 tickets were sold? Corporate. They bought the tickets and now they're going to resell the tickets. 40,000 fans didn't just say, oh, the tickets on sale, let's buy them. That didn't happen. Okay? That didn't even happen, word to the wise. That didn't even, Dante Erlin, what's going on? That didn't even happen with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Did y'all know that? Scott Cardona, what's going on? Just Joe King, what's going on? That didn't happen with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They told you, if you go back and do your research, Businesses and corporate people bought all the tickets immediately so that they can resell the tickets to you guys. You understand? So now they could resell the tickets to you. Octavia Espinoza said, bro, stop. Okay, Lauren Anderson, what's going on? Octavia Espinoza. Now tell the people what am I not telling the truth with. Go ahead and tell them. Lauren Anderson, what's going on? Mass Arms, what's going on? And show your proof. Go ahead, Octavius Espinoza. You said, now show the people the proof as to the 40,000 tickets sold. Where's the proof? Go ahead. Show us. Oh, man. Listen, people, don't time out people. Don't block nobody. Don't time them out. Don't do none of that. I got it. I got it. Unblock them. Untime them out. Whatever. Right. Yaakov one white. Exactly. See, these are things they don't understand. They just love to hear. They love to hear inflation. Makai Willis, what's going on? Smash the like button. Get the likes to 750. They just like to hear inflation. Oh, Canelo, they sold 40,000 tickets in the first day. Stop it. 40,000 people didn't even know where to get the tickets from the first day. Let alone bought them in the first day. Come on. American Patriot 1776, what's going on? 513 Rob Tubbs, what's going on? $40,000 people just got up. Where are these 40,000 people at? Where are they at? Now I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help y'all out. Humble wisdom, what's going on? Let me help y'all out. 40,000 people bought the tickets, right? Watch this now. 40,000 people bought the tickets. How long they said it took? Supreme V, what's going on? Appreciate you, great brother. Now, how long they said 40,000 people bought the tickets? Now watch this now. JD 4300, what's going on? Listen, all you have to do is 1 + 1 = 2. Now watch this. Teddy G, what's going on? How long did they say it took for 40,000 people to buy the seats? How long it took for 40,000 people? What did they say? It sold in how fast? In a day, hours, or whatever? Somebody tell me the time length. Roll Money, what's going on? He said in a day. B Gang, what's going on? Salute to San Diego. Boxnar 805, he said in 1 day. Okay. Okay. Now think about this. Diesel on the beat. My brother, what's going on with you, King? Did you get my message? Atlantean man, what's going on? Calvin Baraff, what's going on? So now, 40,000 seats in 1 day, right? Now think about this. Billy Joe Saunders just told you, Brian Johnson, what's going on? That they told him there was going to be a limited capacity and that obviously UK fans couldn't travel like that. So who bought these tickets? He said that they told him it was going to be limited amount of people there. Right? And now they're telling them 70,000 people are going to be available. Billy Joe Saunders, the actual fighter. So they changing the numbers on him. So if he didn't even know, how did 40,000 fans know he didn't even know? I'm going to say it again. Billy Joe Saunders didn't even know how many fans could be there. So how did the fans know all these tickets was available? And if Billy Joe Saunders didn't know, and he's saying essentially what he's saying is, so it's going to be lopsided. The fan base is going to be lopsided because the UK fans are not going to be there. So then, who bought the tickets? Noodle Juice, my brother in the super chat. You can go to SeatGeek right now. Tons of seats available. Facts. Mondes de America. He said Billy Joe Saunders is capping. Why? Why would he? Be real. What's going on? Facts. Noodle Juice. Salute to my brother Noodle Juice in the super chat. Facts. Jabril Bay. What's going on? So Billy Joe Saunders didn't even know, but 40,000 fans immediately bought the tickets. And then, according to Billy Joe Saunders, so 40,000 fans bought the tickets. Now get this now. I'm going to ask you another question. So 40,000 fans bought the tickets in one day. Jesus Castro, what's going on? 40,000 fans bought the tickets in one day. Big George 850, what's going on? T-Mobe, what's going on? I'm going to say it again. Just so y'all know, y'all saying this. I didn't even repeat it. I'm just repeating what y'all said, right? FSG Boston, what's going on? They said 40,000 fans bought the tickets in one day, right? So Billy Joe Saunders just told us, now they informed him that 70,000 fans are going to be in attendance, right? So how come they didn't announce the other 30,000 that was sold? The other 30,000 should have been on standby because they can't wait to get their tickets. So as soon as it went on sale, they should have been announcing to us that, hey, we just had added an extra 30,000 seats, and they went like this. What's going on? Just Business Sports. What's going on? Marky Dan 123, my brother in the super chat. You shouldn't underestimate how much the British and Mexican fans love their own blue. Oh, for sure. But Marky Dan 123, that's what I'm saying. According to Billy Joe Saunders, there was limited amount of seats, so the UK fans wasn't able to get the seats in drones like they normally do. So who bought the tickets? 40,000 is not limited. Listen, people, listen to what they're telling you. Jose Flores said, my logic is flawed. Okay, Jose Flores. How many fans holds at the MGM? Michael Gardner, what's going on? Jose Flores, how many fans the MGM hold? Go ahead, I'll wait. Now watch this. Robert Ory, what's going on? How many fans the MGM hold? Of course, my logic is flawed because you're trying to push the narrative that Canelo Alvarez sells. Oh, he just sells out this and sells out that. No, they give away tickets to Canelo Alvarez fights. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry. Edwin Sanchez, what's going on? Sorry. You want the people to believe that, they come out in drones and just support Canelo Alvarez. Sorry. There's fights with Canelo Alvarez where they give out tickets. Where? Madison Square Garden. That's where. Here in New York. Mexico Boxing, what's going on? Cedar Jakey, what's going on? Real Talk 90, what's going on? Here in Madison Square Garden. That's here. That's where. Since you was quick to where? Madison Square Garden here in New York. The most famous arena in the world. That's where. That's where. Brian Aldridge, what's going on? Claudia Flores, 40,000 tickets have been sold in a pre-sale period. Lies. Sherman McCallion, what's going on? I didn't say Errol Spence sold 40,000 tickets in one day. Never said that. You did. Because y'all want to inflate Canelo Alvarez numbers. Period. Sorry. 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 40,000 tickets was not sold. Stop it. And like I said, you have people that buy tickets, right? You have people that buy. There's y'all say y'all. Oh, we here to learn something. So I told you, just like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Okay, the businesses and the corporations bought all the tickets, and then they tell you that all these tickets was bought. The business. I'm gonna say it again because I don't understand what am I saying that's not making sense. The businesses and corporations buy all the tickets, then they resell the tickets. That doesn't mean fans bought the tickets. I'm gonna say it again. If you have a business, like if you have SeatGeek or you have StubHub that come in and they say, "Well, we're gonna buy, 10,000 tickets," that don't mean 10,000 fans bought the tickets. Now, StubHub may have 10,000 tickets to resell to the fans. That don't mean 10,000 fans just got up today and said, "Oh, we're gonna buy all the tickets out." Dustin Black, my brother in Super Chat. Jake upset Ryan in McGregor exhibition on Triller. I don't understand what you mean, great brother. Real McCoy, my brother in Super Chat. So I guess cinnamon versus the English red is or which is better. Facts. Christian Gutierrez, what's going on? Tank Primetime, what's going on? Tank Primetime. Get him out of here. Goodbye. Brick Boy Jones, what's going on? Goodbye, Mexico boxing. Goodbye. I don't know about that, Jabril Bay, but I do know this. Uh, uh, um, uh, okay, Kirk. I do know this. Uh, um, I do know when Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, the reason why you did not see it wasn't a lot of excitement and things of that nature because all of the businesses bought up the tickets immediately, and then they told you the tickets sold out. That doesn't mean, again, let me say this again because maybe y'all missing it. That does not mean that 40,000 fans bought the tickets. I'm going to say it again. That doesn't mean that 40,000 fans bought the tickets. Okay? You can have one business buy a certain amount of tickets. Now, the promoter and the venue got their money from the ticket sale. Now, whatever the businesses resell and make back is on them. If you are the Zone and Eddie Hearn and let's say StubHub and SeatGeek and AT&T and some businesses, corporations buy all the tickets, well, you got your return. Be real. What I have to slow myself down, man, because you know something, you're starting to bother me now. My brother Renee Bosh Young in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Renee Bosh Young. He says so nobody buys tickets. Did I say nobody buys tickets? Did I just say nobody buys tickets? Let me say it again. Maybe I need to say it slower. Jose Flores said, what is the point? It's a business. Right. It's a business. So that means that the fans didn't buy the tickets. A business bought the tickets to try and resell it to you. So they telling you all the tickets were sold, but that don't mean all the tickets were sold by the fans that are interested in a fight. That means the businesses trying to resell the tickets to make money off it. What part don't you understand? That has nothing to do with fan base. Mr. Smith Job 278, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, King. Respect the grind. Appreciate you. I don't get it. True Boo 45, what's going on? Ahmad is Ahmad, my brother, what's going on? Right, the fans don't buy all the tickets. Claudia Flores, who cares if 40,000 people did not buy 40,000 tickets? The arena's gonna. I can't even have a conversation with y'all no more. I can't. From now on, man, I'm gonna start skipping over comments. I can't have it. I try to acknowledge everybody, but I just can't even do it. I can't do it. Delfino Sanchez, what's going on? I can't do it. I try to have conversation with everybody, but I can't even do it, man. I can't. Now I'm just gonna start scrolling over people's comments, man. I can't do it. Can't do it. You can't do it, man. Lauren Anderson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. It's the equivalent of record label buying the album the first day to drive up the numbers. Don't let these slow people upset you. Smash the like button. Facts, great brother. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. Like, I don't understand. Like, people, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Uppercuts Boxing Nation, my brother in the super chat. Don't waste your time explaining facts that should be common sense. Bees don't waste their time explaining the fires that exactly, great brother. Exactly. My brother Aaron Stinson in the super chat. Stop arguing with this. Oh man. You know what? I tried, man. You know what it is, man. I try to acknowledge everybody, man. Everybody, man. Mr. Smith Job 278. My brother dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, I came in late. What you cooking on today, King? Man, I was talking about, what Billy Joe Saunders had to say. And Jermall and Charlo saying that he didn't want to fight. He wasn't going to fight Demetrius Andrade because he was unknown and he wasn't going to go up to 168. Texas T 346, my brother in super chat. Canelo's team out here telling half truths. LOL, shaking my head. Man, you can't make this up, man. People just Jafari sees my brother in super chat. Block him. Yeah, man. You can't. You can't just you can't, man. Talk about it TV. My brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, great brother. Southport Boston Media, what's going on? You can't make this stuff up, man. Just can't, man. Chase the Coin, my brother, what's going on? Newt Juice, my brother, back in the super chat. He said, resellers, Ticketmaster, Amex, buy all the tickets for wholesale and then sell them to you. Simple. Eddie reported the wholesale number. Exactly. And that don't mean that Ticketmaster, Amex, or StubHub, or that don't mean they're going to sell out. And then they get to the point where, see, this is what I'm trying to explain. Robert O'Quinn, what's going on? Then they get to the point where the tickets get low because they're not selling. You understand? They're not selling. So the tickets are no longer selling. So then they start cutting the prices down, cutting the prices in half, giving you buy one, get one free. If you buy two here, you get this. That's why they start doing that, because the tickets are no longer selling. but they have to try to get a return on their investment. That don't mean that the fans just woke up and said, oh, Canelo Alvarez is fighting, so we all got to go and get our tickets right now. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'm going to say it again. That's not what happens. The fans didn't get up today in drones and said, oh, Canelo Alvarez fighting. Oh, we got to go get our tickets. No. The corporations and businesses said, oh, let's get these tickets. They tallied it up. They buy the tickets. Then they resell them to you. Probably for more than they actually paid for them. Like the brother said, they buying them wholesale and then they overcharging you. And not only are you not upset, but you're happy about it. Reggie Reg, what's going on? Yeah, Sasha, I try. It's unbelievable. See me grow. What's going on? LS2 odds. What's going on? It's not that hard. They buy them, then they resell to you. They could have bought them for $5 a ticket. Then they reselling it to you for $100. And you talking about, oh, you see, I bought my ticket for $100, and all the fans are buying it. No, the fans didn't buy it. The businesses bought it, and they overpriced you. And then that's why you buy your tickets, and then somebody else, you comparing tickets. How much you pay for yours? 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 Jay Lynn, peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. She said, I understand, Blue. Did fam say slow like short? LOL, keep up the good work. I appreciate you, queen. Appreciate you. Can't make this stuff up. North Pole 831. What's going on? My brother L Dub, Lawrence Williams in the building. Go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing, man. He said, what's good? Mark Breeland has joined Team Charlo and Ronnie Shields in camp. Oh, yeah? Good for him, man. James, what's going on? Keel Wilson, what's going on? Yeah. So smash the like button, man. Get the likes all the way up. So anyway, speaking of Jermall Charlo, speaking of Jermall Charlo, right? These are big fights, right? These are big fights for Jermall Charlo. He can pay. Shane Dunning, what's going on? He can clear out and pave his own path. He don't need Canelo Alvarez to make himself big. You understand? Right? JoJo Truth, what's going on? He don't need Canelo Alvarez to make himself big. There's fights that he can build up his own legacy. Everybody wants the instant gratification, the easy path. Ray Rios, what's going on? Everybody wants to say, well, everybody wants to say, well, I can fight him, and that's the easy, and that instant gratification is the cash cows to face the big fight. How about building your own legacy to that point? Because you look at it from the standpoint, Combo Breaker 99, what's going on? Prior to Floyd Mayweather fight, who did Canelo Alvarez beat? Roy H, what's going on? Angel Perez, what's going on? This is a situation where Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton. Floyd Mayweather put him in position and directly passed him the baton. Ricardo Garza, he said Cotto. Oh yeah, he fought Miguel Cotto before he fought Floyd Mayweather. Oh yeah. Yeah. JoJo Truth. He said he fought Lara, Triple G, Mosley, Cotto, and Trout. Oh yeah. Last time I checked. Last time that I checked. Let me see something. Watch this now. He fought, according to this good brother. Watch this now. According to this good brother, he said he fought Lara, Triple G, Mosley, Cotto, and Trout. He fought Floyd Mayweather in 2013. He fought Triple G in 2017. Last time I checked, that would be 4 years later. He fought Miguel Cotto in 2015. He fought Floyd Mayweather in 2013. Last time that I checked, that means he fought Miguel Cotto 2 years later. He fought Erislandy Lara in 2014. He fought Floyd Mayweather in 2013. Last time that I checked, 14 comes after 13. He fought Shane Mosley after Shane Mosley lost to Vernon Forrest twice, Winky Wright twice, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. That's when he fought Shane Mosley. And Shane Mosley was a career welterweight, and he fought him at a big weight class when he was 40 years old. I'll wait. Somebody help me. Somebody help me understand. Somebody help me understand. Help me understand. No, Charlie J, I'm just telling what it is. I said, who did he fight to earn a fight with Floyd Mayweather? That's what I said. My brother Emmanuel H in the building. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H. We're gonna have a basketball channel. Emmanuel, I'm still building, I'm still working on it. Just give me a little bit of time, great brother. Donald Faze, what's going on? I'm still working on it, my brother. We're gonna have that up and running real soon. I'm still working on a few things. So I said, who did he fight to earn a fight with Floyd Mayweather? Prior to fighting Floyd Mayweather, he fought Matthew Haddon, Ryan Rhodes, Alfonso Gomez, Kermit Cintron, who had 4 losses and a draw. Then he fought Shane Mosley, who was 40 years old with 7 losses and a draw. Then he fought Josito Lopez, who had 4 losses and was a smaller guy coming up in weight. Then he fought Austin Trout, the biggest fight of his career. That was a questionable fight. He got the win, and then he got the Floyd Mayweather fight. But these be the same people that'll ask you, what did Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, or anybody else done to deserve a fight with Canelo Alvarez? Yeah. Iron Eagle, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. What's going on with your Iron Eagle? He said, keep cooking, Blue. Oh, for sure. I'm hungry. So we could do this all day. James, my brother in super chat. Salute, Blue. Is Andre the middleweight Chris Bird? Good skills, but can't an egg. He spreads his legs so far apart for leverage, I guess. Yeah, I was very disappointed in his outing, bro. I'm not even gonna, I was very disappointed in his outing. I think he could have, he has a high skill level, and it just, I don't know if it's, inactivity, time, I don't know what it is, but he didn't look that great. And if he fought Canelo, Jermall Charlo, I think he's going to lose. The point is, Jermall Charlo needs to fight the best. He is skill-wise one of the best, and accomplishments, he's one of the best. You can't say, salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, all good, great brother, Blue. In the meantime, we still got boxing to talk about. The Goose, at this point, only a few willing to fight the best, and we know who they are. This is a fact. Jude 12, what's going on, great brother? Smash the like button. Let's get the likes all the way up. Get the likes up. Let's work. Salute to my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Blue Blood Sports TV. What's good, Mom? As you say, my good brother. What's up, chat, aka my family? How's everybody doing on this Wednesday evening? Good to be on the show.
Yeah, man. We good, Kurt, man. I was listening, and shout out to my brother Money Brown TV. Go subscribe to Money Brown TV and my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Because I was just going to just solely talk about Billy Joe Saunders, his viewpoints and his take on what's going on in the buildup for this fight ahead of his fight with Canelo. And then, I heard the audio yesterday, and I made a video last night about what Jermall Charlo said, that he's only he has no interest in fighting Demetrius Andrade, and he's not going up to 68 to fight David Benavidez. And he was saying in that interview that he said in an interview, he says, nobody knows who Billy Joe Saunders is. Right? And I'm like, excuse me. Nobody knows who Demetrius Andrade is. Right? And I'm like, that's that's all good, right? But then you fighting Juan Mateo. What has he done? Because you're giving him a world title opportunity. You're not just West Coast Wave 1. What's going on? You're not just fighting enough. You are a world champion. Right? So you are a world champion. You giving Mateo, right? And the way they broke it down, and I'm thinking about it, right, Kurt? The way they broke down, Mateo's career, my brother Keon was breaking it down, right? And I'm looking at it, Kurt. What did he do to deserve opportunity, Kurt? What has Juan Mateo, however you say his name, what has he done to get a world title opportunity? How did he even get chosen? Let's just go. He has 22 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. 22 wins by way of knockout. So all his wins came in by knockout. But he himself was knocked out, Kurt. He got 2 draws on his resume, right? He is 27 years old, 6'1", 74-inch arm reach, right, Kurt? Now, let's just go down the line of his career, Kurt. What has he done to get to Jermall Charlo? And let's just go from, 2015, right? Let's go 5-6 years back. He fought Victor Esquire, right, Kurt? This guy has 5 wins. Now, he's already well into his career. He fights, let's go with 2014, Kurt. He fights Fidel Damian Lopez. The dude was 10 wins, 15 losses, Kurt. 2015, he fights Victor Esquire. The guy has 5 wins, 24 losses, and 1 draw, Kurt. Then he fights Alejandro Barrera. The guy is 24 wins, 2 losses, right? He loses that fight. Steps up in competition, he loses, right, Kurt? Then he fights Gabriel Agramon. 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. Dude had a total of 8 fights. Then he fights Luis Ray Campoa. The guy has 8 wins. We're in 2015 already, Kurt. The guy has 8 wins, 19 losses, and 2 draws. Then he fights Ivan Montero, 19-0. He gets a TKO victory, right? Now, he quote-unquote steps up in competition again. He fights Johnny Fredio Navarrete Montano. The guy is 28 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw. He loses, Kurt. He loses. Then he takes on Jaime Munguia, 2017, 19-0. He gets knocked out. Then he fights Gustavo Castro. He gets a TKO victory. This guy is 16 wins, 17 losses, Kurt, 2 draws. This is 2017, right? Then he gets a TKO victory against him, as he should, with 2 draws. Then he fights Marco Reyes, Kurt, 37 wins, 5 losses. He beats him. Then he fights a guy that Jermall Charlo fought, and Hugo Centeno Jr., 27 wins, 3 losses. Guess what happens, Kurt? It ends in a draw. He don't even get the victory. Then he fights James Kirkland. James Kirkland coming off a decade-long hiatus. He gets a knockout victory, and then that earns him a fight with Jermall Charlo for a world title. Salute to Emmanuel H., my brother in the super chat, dropping a dub on us in the super chat. He said, dub for the historian because it's Wednesday, and to your continued great health. Wishing all my fellow king and queens great fortune and great health. We are people can't be broken. With that said, I'm ready to see some KOs. Exactly.
Salute.
Southpaw Boxing Media in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue. Man, some people can't take real talk, man. No, they can't. So now, Kurt, I just gave you that breakdown, right? What gave him the opportunity? What has he done to get the opportunity to fight Jermall Charlo? And obviously, we know the history of Demetrius Andrade with the situation with Jermall Charlo 5 years ago, right? But how could you okay this guy, Juan Macias Monteo? How could you okay him, but then say you won't fight Demetrius Andrade, Kurt?
Well, this is very disappointing for Jermall Charlo because that guy has skills. He's highly skilled fighter, and we as boxing fans and consumers, which is very important because without us, they wouldn't have careers. We pay for their pay-per-views. I paid for the last one when he fought Devenchenko. So I could say this, and you in the chat as well. Montiel was chosen. It's a bright red cherry pick, and he wants to take a voluntary defense coming off the Devenchenko fight. But there's pressure on him, not only because his opponent, but because of his brother. His brother is fighting tough, top-notch competition, and you're not. And like I said, the Brandon Adams and the Dennis Hogans of the world, you're not going to learn anything by beating them. And they're not bad fighters as you think. I'm not down on them, but you're too much of a skilled fighter to fight them. There's other fighters that you can fight that will give you a test. And people think Benavidez is going to just run over Charlo. If he fights him, that's not going to be a case. That's a tough fight for both men. But that's what we like. We like to see champions and world-class fighters fight fights that they could lose. Oh, that's a 50-50 fight. We like that because if you win, you're showing us that maybe you're better than we think you are. But when you have the attitude of Charlo or Andrade, certain fighters fighting cherry pick opponents, then you're going to get a backlash. That's not a good fight at all, Blue. That's not a good fight. He has nowhere else to go after this fight. He has nowhere else to go. There's no more excuses. Okay, if there's nothing available in the middleweight division, you can't feast off bad opposition. You have to move up and challenge yourself, or people is going to start looking at him sideways. I criticize him a lot because I don't like what I'm seeing, and I'm surprised because I'm thinking he has the same mentality as his brother. Can't say nothing about Jermall. Fighting best. You get ready to fight Castano, fight Rosario when he was hot, knocking out J Rock. Two fights with Harrison. Nothing to say about Jermall. That's a lion right there. He should be the lion. But Jermall is fighting Montiel, who we should get rid of in 3 rounds. Is a stay busy fight. He got to step up his game after this. He gets no more passes after this fight. He should be fighting Montiel, but this is a guy who was chosen. They went down the rankings and whoever, not even that. They just went down the division and says, him. We're choosing him. Guy that's easy to hit. I've seen a guy fight before. It's a 3 or 4 round fight at best. So after this, he has nowhere to go, Blue. That's why we criticize him, and it's constructive criticism. It's only right.
Right. And salute to Kenny in the super chat. He said, honestly, Blue, if Triple G or Canelo did the same thing Andre did 5 years ago to Mel and call Maul tomorrow, I doubt he's turning those fights down. What you think about that, Kurt? That's a great way. I ain't think about that. What you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, I agree. That's a great point he made. But Charlo, he gotta, like you said, he has a path that he has to clear out, man. It's been so many fighters that left their natural divisions to go seek better fights, business wise or legacy wise, down, but mostly up. 168-pound division, you got fighters up there that he can fight. It's only 8-pound difference. So he has opportunity knocking on his door, and he got to open it. I mean, after this, I don't want to see no more lower level guys. I don't look at Andre how sloppy he looked. That's because he's fighting lower level opposition. Now I think Charlo's a better fighter. His foundation is more solid, and he's just going to get rid of these guys. But the staunches of Charlo fans, you can't ignore what he's doing. He's not doing what he's supposed to do as a boxer by fighting the best guys that's available. That Benavidez fight is right there for the making. After Benavidez knocks out Escadago, he got to fight him, man. He probably won't, but he can't fight nobody like Montiel anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, Kurt and Blue, if Big Charlo fights Canelo tomorrow, who wins?
I like Canelo because he is not ready. When you fight, like I said many times, when you fight a big fight, you have to have a certain mindset. You have to be psychologically ready. It won't be nothing wrong with him physically. He has a good uppercut, left hook, right hand. He can box. He's big, but how many big fights prepare him to take that Canelo fight? That's a next level fight. Will he be ready? Will he, because like I said, when you're fighting Montiel, it's going to be 5 or 10 sports writers. When you're fighting Canelo, it's going to be 50 to 75 sports writers. It's a different energy. It's a different atmosphere. Mayweather was great in big fights, Blue, because he fought 16 fights in a row against world champions. It gets no better than that.
That's ridiculous.
That's unbelievable. Let that sink in, chat. 16 straight fights world champions. So it was a glass of water to him. You talk about somebody being battle ready, not physically, but mentally. And that's the total opposite of Charlo. These things, like Sanders, my friends say, what's going to happen May 8th? I say Canelo because I don't know about Sanders, man. You don't know what version, but we're talking about Charlo. But that's why I take the field, not because I feel Canelo is unbeatable. He lost before, but those guys, you got to put yourself in position to beat guys like Canelo. Canelo is seasoned and experienced, and he's active. He's helping himself. He stays in the gym, and them guys ain't fighting the best fighters. So you can take that next level fight and be prepared. You've seen guys that how many times, Blue and Chat, we've seen guys get to the big stage and they become a deer in headlights. They don't let their hands go. They're tight. So they down 3 rounds already. They got to get back into the fight.
Danny Jacobs, Kurt.
Exactly. That's who I was thinking about. Absolutely. Because he wasn't ready mentally. He wasn't ready. He fought very conservative. He could have beat, now I'm saying he could have beat GGG easy. And some people still thought he won. But he took a very conservative approach. It's a mindset more than anything. When you on a big stage and the lights are the brightest, for certain fighters, it's nothing. Like Muhammad Ali, it's nothing to them. Because they've been there. They put themselves in the position to be there. That's why I said Charlo, he's losing momentum. If he fight Benavidez and other top-notch guys that didn't fight Canelo, his chances will increase. But by fighting low-level competition and not fighting a lot, it's going to hurt him.
Mm-hmm. Jermaine Bean, brother in the super chat, he said, fighting twice a year, it has to be 2 big fights. I agree. Now, one thing I would say is I wasn't opposed to him fighting Montiel, and I said this because he's coming off for such a long layoff, right? He's coming out the ring September 26th of 2020. It's been a long layoff, so I'm not opposed to him fighting Montiel. But my issue is that, okay, you're not gonna fight Montiel, right? I mean, you fight Montiel because of the layoff. Okay, cool. D. Blair LaFleur, what's going on, brother? Cool. But then you saying Mo City, Texas 1, what's going on? Then you saying, well, I'm not gonna fight Andre after this because what has he done to deserve it? Well, look at the resume behind you. Excluding J-Rock, Trout, and Derevyanchenko. Look at the fighters you fought in between that. What did they do to deserve a fight? Who knew who they are? You understand? Nobody knows who they are. He said Andre is looking for a money grab. So was those fighters. You was the big fight for them. Mango Juice 007. What's going on? Tyrone Buchanan, my brother in Super Chat. Sad but true. Charlo, Bud, and Canelo too good to be fighting lesser opponents. They're hurting the game. This is a fact. But no, everybody takes it. Oh man, you don't like this person. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I do know what I'm talking about. I don't want to see Michael Jordan on a consistent basis. And I say Michael Jordan all the time because I'm a Bulls fan, right? And I wanted to see the best first versus the best. I already know what LeBron James versus LeBron James versus Victor Oladipo. I know what that's going to look like. No slight to Victor Oladipo. I know how that's going to turn out. I know how it's going to turn out. Solo Production, my brother in Super Chat. Great take on Charlo, Kurt. You speaking straight facts. Salute, Blue and Kurt. Salute to you, Solo Production, great brother.
Salute.
Angel Perez, Cedar Jacob, what's going on? I already know what that movie. I don't like to watch. There's some movies I watch over and over because it was a good movie. Like there's some boxing matches I watch over and over, and Kirk does the same thing. We watch over and over, because they were good boxing matches. They were exciting. They lived up to the hype. So we'll watch them over and over. When there's boxing matches that aren't that good, and I know the outcome, I don't want to watch it. Hey Kurt, I watched Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather maybe 4 times. Wasn't exciting. It didn't excite me. It didn't live up to the building. 4 times. Right? Rampage Jackson, brother in the super chat. Salute, fellas. Kurt is right from 2005 against Gotti to 2015 against Berto. Floyd only fought current or ex-world champions. That's a fact. Fact. 16. And Kurt, Jermall Charlo, he just added Mark Breeland to his team.
Yeah, I heard about that, and we got to talk about that deal Eddie Hearn signed with the Zone. Matchroom moved from Sky Sports, and he signed a 5-year deal with the Zone.
Mm-hmm. And think about this, right, Kurt? I knew. I'm not surprised that Mark Breeland signed. Him and Ronnie Shields are close, right? I'm not surprised at all that he's brought on to the team. Yeah, that deal with the Zone that was huge, right? Wavy Michael Jr., what's going on? Yeah, he brought in Mark Breeland, right? Salute to Manuel H in the super chat. That ain't no slight to Victor. He'd be happy to be compared to LeBron James in any conversation. And again, for the record, not an LBJ fan no doubt. Right. Just giving we just got to salute to my brother Manuel H. We're just giving LeBron James credit for being LeBron James. You know what I mean? Great. But Kurt, what's your thoughts on, Billy Joe Saunders saying that, he feels like, they told him that it was going to be New World Era Music Group LLC. What's going on? He said that they told him it was going to be a British judge, American judge, and a Mexican judge, and now they told him no UK judges will be allowed.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Billy Joe Sanders, go out there. You have the style on a good night to get Canelo all kind of problems. That's very unfortunate for a fighter to think that, and the bell hasn't even sounded. And boxing is mental, man, and you having that attitude, which I'm not saying he's lying because Canelo is the house fighter, but we all know that. But if you go out there and you perform to the best of your ability and be aggressive and fight smart, nobody can deny you. You have to believe in yourself, but he knows he's up against it. Canelo, if the fight is close, Canelo's going to get the benefit of the doubt. He's going to win the fight. Don't make it close. Lara found out the hard way, and Canelo is even more popular now, and he's the money guy. Just go out there. Don't think about that. That's the worst thing you can do. That's just like finding a way to lose or having an excuse in a funny kind of way. We all know that. He knows that. Any fighter you fight, when Ken Norton fought Muhammad Ali, they fought 3 times. He knew that each and every time, but he still went out there and performed to the best of his ability. I had him win in the 3rd fight. He won the 2nd fight. He always gave Ali, a tough fight. Mm-hmm. Ali won the 2nd fight. He won the 1st one, but he just went out there and fought, and that's what Billy Joe Sanders has to do. Put a game plan together because he has the style. He's big. People forget how big Sanders is, physically, and he has good feet.
He's almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he's solid too. So don't worry about the judges because you're now psychologically you're hampering yourself by thinking that. Oh well, he had the judges on his side. We all know that he's a house fighter. Go out there and fight like you never fought before. Give a performance of a lifetime. It done happened many times in boxing, and go out there and beat Canelo. Challenge yourself. But I, I wouldn't trust Sanders. I just don't. I don't like his mental makeup. Me personally, I don't. Because you don't know what version you're gonna get. He may quit on the stool in the 10th round. You just don't know.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, Curry. If we get the Billy Joe Saunders that fought David Lemieux, I think he could beat Canelo. That version. But if we get the version that fought his last 3-4 fights, no.
And you know what they say? A fighter is only as good as his last fight. I just think that Canelo gonna beat him. And like I said, those guys, Plant, Andrade, Charlo, and Sanders, man, they're not ready for being in a certain situation to challenge themselves and a fighter like Canelo. Say what you want about Canelo. He's busy. He's doing the right thing. He should be fighting Charlo, and guys like that. But he's fighting Sanders. And if he fight Plants in September and beat both of them, you can't say nothing. You can't. He's staying busy and he's fighting top-notch competition. But Plant ain't going to be ready either. So he going to lose as well.
Yeah, Money Mo 2013. Where you been at, bro? Alvin Perkins, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, "Why do we keep giving promoters the power? Boxing, as we know it, has changed. The government needs to take over sanction bodies, and if the fighters don't want to participate in true matchmaking, they are out." Hey, I agree, man. It just something needs to give, man. Side of the ruler, what's going on? It's deflating, man. But again, boxing greats, what's going on? Like the Queen said when she was on the show, Kurt. In boxing, you get what you pay for, not what you want. Boss Red 357, brother in the super chat. What's good with you, great brother? He said Billy Joe Saunders hasn't been the same since he got caught with the. Yeah, that's another thing, Kurt.
Whoever said that, they're right.
Yep. That's another thing. He hadn't been the same since that. That was right before the Andre fight.
That's a fact. That's a fact. He hasn't looked the same. He might get knocked out May 8th, man. Or quit on the stool. He the type that will quit on the stool when the things. I told you, one of these opponents is going to quit on the stool. Charlo, Plant, or Sanders, one of them will quit on the stool.
You know, it's funny, Kurt. He nor Billy Joe Saunders nor Demetrius Andre looked the same since that fight.
Yeah, that's funny, ain't it? Yep. Boy, in boxing, you got to strike while the iron is hot, man. That's why Jermall is one of the best fighters, man. I'm very impressed with his mindset more than his skill, because he's testing himself. And when you fight good competition, your skills appreciate itself.
Yeah. The Queen Sasha, she said Billy Joe's management team for MTK are looking into this to see if it's true that no English officials or English judges are allowed. So it seems to be down to the Texas Commission.
He can't worry about who judging the fight. He gotta go out there and fight his fight.
Yeah, you know what it is though, Kurt. He agreed to something in his contract, and now they come into him and they like, and that got to be in the back of his brain. Especially the history with these situations with Canelo. So it's probably in the back of his brain. Like, wait, hold on, what's going on here? Silver Surfer, what's going on? Hard Body J Timo, my brother in the super chat. What's good with you? He said, how is Charlo and Andre not ready for a fighter like Canelo?
Because of the competition. I just explained it. It takes it takes good competition so you can ready yourself by fighting top fighters. It's very important. They haven't done that. They've done the opposite. It takes more than skill. And the average boxing fan just think it's skill. No, you got to have a certain mentality and you got to have a certain mindset. You could be physically ready, and then when the bell goes ding, you can't throw no punches because you're tight, your nerves, and you're down 3 or 4 rounds already, and you're trying to get back into the fight. That's all that is. The more relaxed you are, the better you perform.
It's the moment.
It's the moment. That's why you have that saying, he looked like he was a deer in headlights.
Mm-hmm. It's the moment. It's not their skill set, my brother Hardbody J Timo. It's not their skill set or what they could bring to the table. CB, what's going on? It's it's more so with being in the moment, right? That's why Floyd Mayweather used to protect the youth. What's going on? CB, what's going on? Viva tu vida, live your life. Prime Minister Pablo Ascension, what's going on? That's why Floyd Mayweather continued to tell people and his opponents, don't freeze up. On the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey Sr. Go subscribe to my brother On the Mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. Panama Jack, what's going on? Remember that, Kurt? Floyd Mayweather always tell his opponent, don't freeze up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't freeze up.
Yep. How many times you heard this, Blue in chat? And the announcer come after the fight, hey, Johnny, what happened tonight? I don't know, Jim. I just couldn't get off. I think something was wrong tonight. And he cut up like Adonis, but something was wrong. I couldn't get my punches. My punches wasn't flowing.
Or they say, I never got in the groove.
Mm-hmm. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm. Under them, that's why Floyd always say, it's different under them bright lights.
Floyd never cared about sparring. You heard him spatter forward spins, people giving him that work in sparring. That doesn't matter. Floyd don't care. He only cared when the bell went ding and them bright lights and million pay-per-views. That's when he's going to perform at his best. He could just, turn the switch on and, he's at his best.
Mm-hmm. It's different under those lights.
You got to fight good competition, man. And because the only thing this Canelo does is oppose his will on these fighters because he know they're gonna melt, and that's what he does. He did that to Callum Smith. He did that to Sergey Kovalev. That's what he does because he knows they're not ready. He knows that. That's his advantage that he has. He knows it. Joe
Brown in the super chat dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue and Kurt in the super chat. Yo, I'm so sick of this, Blue. Canelo going to fight Fred Sanford next. Fight for the main event. Charlo against Godzilla. He said Charlo against Godzilla. Battle Ready Fitness and Defense. TR, what's going on with y'all? Manuel H back in that super chat once again. Shia Focus, Andres, what's going on? Prince Blizzy, what's going on? He said Mayweather, a prime example of knowing what it takes in a fight of that magnitude. AB, prime example of what it looks like when the moment gets to them. Yeah, that's a great one.
And you know what, Blue? You take Manny Pacquiao. People remember they first laid eyes on Pacquiao. He was a late replacement on HBO when he fought an African fighter by the name of Lawamba. And he knocked Lawamba out. Lawamba was a good fighter, too.
Mm-hmm.
Manny,
He was the favorite to win that fight.
Yeah, Manny fought tough competition after tough competition. He was fighting the Marquezes and the Barreras and the Morales. And he kept getting better. You can see it in front of your face. He kept getting better and better and better. And then Oscar was like, he a small man. I'm going to fight him. And Oscar didn't know. He ran into a buzzsaw. Mm-hmm. And he beat the brakes off Oscar. He just kept getting better because of the competition he fought in the lower weight division. And he was going through these guys like water. Mm-hmm. That's because his skills, he improved on his skills. His skills started appreciating itself. And that's how boxing works. And he became seasoned. And once you become experienced, a season is different. Seasoned, the experience when you fight a lot of fights, experience. Seasoned and when you fight good fighters. Mm-hmm. And Manny kept getting better, better, and better, and better, and better. because of that, because of the attitude he had.
Mm-hmm. And Kurt, I could fast forward to more recent time. Terrence Crawford, late replacement for Bredis Prescott. Everybody told him don't take the fight. He wasn't
Right.
ready. Don't take that fight with Bredis Prescott. Don't take that fight. That was his coming out party. He beat Bredis Prescott and announced himself to the boxing world. B-Dog, what's going on? And under the bright lights.
And remember what Crawford and Spence has in common that I knew they was good fighters when they both won the titles away from the United States.
Mm-hmm. In the UK.
That takes mental toughness.
Mm-hmm. Joe Davis 2310. Nav LaFay, my brother in the super chat. He said, just supporting the best in boxing talk game. Keep up the good work, big fella. Appreciate you, great brother. Much love to you. Much love to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you supporting always. Kenny, brother in the super chat. Though I would agree, Kurt, Dev hasn't fought the people Loma fought, and Loma still ducked. Valdez, same with Shakur, and even Nello ducked both Andrade and Maul. Yeah. Yeah, you get certain people that just, they don't like the style matchup. And that's the case with Kenny. That's the case with Lomachenko and Devin Haney. He's big, he's rangy, he's mobile, he has a high ring IQ. Oscar Valdez, he saw the same thing in Shakur Stevenson, and Canelo saw the same thing in Jermall and Demetrius Andrade. And it's perfect when it's a high risk, low reward, Kenny. They could do that when it's a high risk, low reward. James, brother, back in the super chat. You can't AB. He has maybe top 5 resume in boxing now. Kurt and Blue, help me out. Oh yeah, he do. Adrian Broner will fight anybody. The problem with Adrian Broner is that Adrian Broner just don't let his hands go. Just don't let his hands go. He has all the talent. He just don't let his hands go. Just don't let his hands go. He'll fight anybody. He'll fight he's a throwback fighter. If he let his hands go, his legacy, he would have beat Mikey Garcia if he let his hands go. He beats Jesse Vargas easy. He beat at Jesse Vargas in the second half of the fight. If he let his hands go in the first half of the fight, this fight is not even close, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Fight is not even close. Emmanuel Taylor fight, it was closer. Why was that fight so close, Kurt?
Shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been close.
Shouldn't have been. Malinagi's fight shouldn't have been. He's a better fighter than that.
Right. It's just those are just mental lapses. That's all that is. Salute to my brother Carolina Ryder in the super chat coming through, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue and Kurt in the super chat. He says salute to you, great brother, man. Much love. Hey, bro, I tried to call you earlier a few times, but it went straight to voicemail. I tried to call you a few times, but it went straight to voicemail, great brother. But I'll give you a call tomorrow, though. Marky Dan 123, my brother in super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue and Kurt in the super chat. He said, "Why the UFC can me give the fights I want every weekend? Why the UFC can give me the fights I want every weekend? But then I gotta wait months to see a decent boxing match. Much love, brother. Keep up the grind." Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree.
Yeah, because boxing can kick its fans any direction it wants them to go. You know, and UFC can't afford to do that. So, but it works out for UFC because they're a hot commodity, and they have to have that formula where the best fight the best. Boxing, because of its culture, its history, they can kick us anywhere. They can just push us anywhere. They can rain on our parade anytime they want. So unfortunately, that's how it is. It's just in 2021. That's just how it is in boxing, man. It's not good. Not good.
And you know, and another thing is too, we can't forget the UFC is governed by one person.
Yep, yep, absolutely, and that's what boxing need. But the commissioners don't want to hear that. They don't want to be police because they got too much power. So you can throw that federal commission out the window. They ain't trying to go for that.
Salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the super chat, dropping that hundo on us in the super chat. He said, Carolina Rider at Carolina Rider, salute, great brother. Hundo with it. Hundo with you. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H, man. Much love to you, great brother, man. You and Carolina Rider, man, and everybody in here always coming through, man, showing love and studying up, man. And I got some Kurt, that reminds me. When we get off the show, I gotta call you guys. I gotta talk to you about something.
Yes, sir.
DB, my brother DB in the building. DB, go subscribe to my brother DB. DB, drop that link, man. South Central LA in the building. It's good, my great brother, man. DB, make sure you drop the link so people can subscribe to you, great brother. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's what the UFC, that so they have one person overseeing the sport, you know what I mean? And that allows, Dana White to go in and say, listen, and the thing about it on top of it, Kurt, they get paid less money on top of it. They get paid less money to do it on top of it. They fight the best and getting less money. Salute my brother I am Ill Will in the building. Go subscribe to my brother I am Ill Will. Will, drop that link, great brother. Quinn Myers, what's going on? Yeah, so Kurt, I truly, truly wish that Sway Shakur, what's going on? That things start to pan out in the sport of boxing, man. Because you know what, Kurt, I look at it like this: it's holding on, right? And we keep saying Chaz Bleak 0573, what's going on? We keep saying, and smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1K. Smash that like button. Get the likes to 1K. We keep saying, man, boxing ain't going nowhere. Boxing ain't going nowhere. But you know something, Kurt? Every day that we grow, we getting more and more instant gratification. And that means is we're going to get less and less, shorter and shorter attention spans. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? As we go in time, attention span's going to get shorter and shorter. Goldie Boyley, what's going on? It's going to be Robinson, what's going on? Attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter because there's more opportunities to do other things, and other things are rising slowly but surely, and interest will be lost. Interest will be lost.
You know what? I hope.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I hope boxing don't wind up like hip hop. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was there in New York from the beginning, 14 years old at 179th Street Park between Sedgwick and Cedar in the Bronx. And it was so beautiful, Blue, because here it is. We had something that was pure and genuine. And when it became a parody of itself, look at the shape it's in now. And that's just like boxing. You have to be very careful because boxing has been around for so long. It has such rich history, but when it has so many bad things, Tyson biting Holyfield on the air, Duran quitting against Leonard, when people was just like, oh, it's a fixed fight. There's a fixed fight, and boxing has endured a lot of problems, man, a lot of black eyes. But, when you hit a rock and it chips, the rock eventually will split. And that's what my concern about boxing, that it's going to come a period where, it's going to be so bad that it's going to be almost obsolete. And that would be too bad for it to happen because After Ali, a lot of people was worried about boxing, but boxing saved itself with Sugar Ray Leonard. And then after Sugar Ray Leonard came Mike Tyson. See, we got lucky as boxing fans, but this is the climate is different. It feels different. There's no stars. They were celebrity. They were fighters slash celebrities, and we don't have that. But all those guys I mentioned, they could fight. They entertained us.
Mm-hmm.
And but see, and you said this earlier, and I was listening to you. People was talking about fan bases. The Mexican fan base and UK fan base, it's not like America. America is a whole different kettle of fish, and I'm explaining right now. When you see fighters like Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson, three of the most popular fighters ever, and people talk about certain fan bases don't support, those guys don't need fan bases because they become world renowned. So it's going to seem like they don't have American fan bases, which they do when they first start out, and then they just blow up, Blue and chat. Boom. Every Muhammad Ali was the most recognizable face on the planet. He was doing 1.1, 1.4 billion views, not million, billions. So the fan base is different. Now UK, because people, they have streams that they talk about their fan bases, how we don't support our fighters. It's different. America is a star-studded, celebrity-starved nation. Boxing is in a place now because we don't have that one guy. And I'm gonna put it into perspective. When Mike Tyson was at his peak, what was boxing? Front page newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
When Sugar Ray Leonard was on top, boxing was front page.
Mm-hmm.
When Muhammad Ali was doing roach spray commercials, everybody was going out and spraying roach spray in the air, talking about Muhammad Ali said Decon was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing was was unreal. Even Jack Dempsey, people don't know Jack Dempsey was so popular. He was more popular than Babe Ruth. And there hasn't been a lot of guys like Joe Louis was popular because they was world champions. Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson fought around the world.
Mm-hmm.
See, the climate is different. Sugar Ray Robinson fought 3 champions in 3 different countries in 19 days. The word entourage comes from Sugar Ray Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
He had a midget and everything. Those guys made their presence known. But see, what's wrong with boxing? If you don't have an American star and an American heavyweight star, the whole boxing game is going to suffer. And this is no disrespect to Wilder, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Canelo. But those guys ain't the face of boxing. They're not. They're popular in a way, but my scale, the faces boxing is Muhammad Ali. So when you have guys like singers and entertainers like Michael Jackson, they don't need an American fan base. There's world renowned, or Prince or Whitney Houston or Michael Jordan. See, that's what I'm getting at. They're all American. They don't need built-in fan bases because they're known the world over. Or Mike Tyson, who's still making commercials. So I just wanted to get that out the way because people be like, "Oh, America," but no, and people don't want to hear this in different parts of the world, Blue and chat. But when you don't have an American star, the boxing game suffers because in America, this is the #1 media market. That's why foreign fighters come over here and fight. Canelo fighting, with Mexico right then, it was part of, but I ain't getting into that. Manny Pacquiao did something smart. He became iconic because he came to America. So, that's like, it's apples and oranges. You can't compare American fan bases to anybody because here it's just a different kettle of fish.
Mm-hmm. Smash the like button. Get the likes up to 1K. We got 800. We should have 1K likes. Get the likes up to 1K. Smash the like button. Emmanuel H, my brother, back in the super chat. He said, "So can we consider Thurman retired, or is he still throwing pebbles at a brink house?" He said he's coming back this summer. That's what he said. So we gotta wait and see. Fox has yet to Emmanuel H. Fox has yet to Pebbles and Bricks. Did I read that wrong, great brother? He said, so we consider Thurman retired, or he's still throwing Pebble. Oh, he meant Pebbles and Bricks. He said announcement coming this summer. He fights on Fox. They haven't announced their lineup. Salo Silence, what's going on? So now we got to see, their lineup that is being. I don't understand what's taking so long for them to release their lineup. This is another thing. Everything is overly secretive for no reason. We knew from the end of Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, the second fight, we knew that the third fight was coming. There didn't have to be a big secret. Why is it everything? We know Errol Spence going to fight Yordenis Ugas. Announce it already and start building it up. What are we doing? They announced their lineup. There's no press conference. There's no nothing. Kurt, they announced the lineup, and that was it. We didn't see the fighters talking. We didn't see no press conference. We saw nothing. There's no buildup. There's no excitement. You got to go. We got to keep going back and clicking on. You got to screenshot it or download it or the card or whatever, the flyer with the announcement to remind you what fight is what. Why aren't there any commercials? Why aren't there any promotions? Why isn't it a press conference? It should have been a press conference like the UFC format with everybody sitting there on B side on this side, A side on this side. Auditorium style. College style.
They did that 3 years ago, right? When they announced the lineup, They had all the fighters there. Remember that?
Right. And they should have did it again.
Mm-hmm. Everything, they just throw it out there and
You understand what I'm saying, Kurt? So this is what I'm saying, Kurt. It should have been Justin Nicholas. What's going on? Money, what's going on? Go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. Money, I was just talking about you. Drop the link, Money, so they can subscribe. Jelani Evan, what's going on? Kurt, when you announced this lineup, they should have already had a venue set up where they were all the fighters there. You could sit the fighters together or whatever may have you. The fighters, you could have had Mario Barrios and Tank Davis at a table, press conference style. Behind them could have been, Jermall Charlo and Brian Castano. And then behind them, it could have been Jermall Charlo and Monteo. And it could have been so on and so forth. You could have had it in order, right? With the dates on the table. Now I'm giving away too much game, but the dates on the table, right? You could have had Brandon Figueroa and Luis Neri sitting at the table with the date on the table. Boxing gloves on the table, a red and a blue glove. You understand? I'm giving away too much. But and it had to and promote it. SG, my brother in the super chat. Ali and Sugar Ray had willing and capable competitors. That was the difference. Nobody didn't care about losing. Yeah, that's the problem. Today, SG, nobody want to fight each other. They rather talk about it than fight. Only the Funk, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue and Kurt in the super chat. He said Joe Saunders should have took them dancing classes I was offering. Pray boxing doesn't end up like hip hop also. Blue and Kurt, give us a good example where a boxer's mindset worked against him. Hip hop love. Salute to a great brother. Adrian Broner. Anthony Carlisle, what's going on? Adrian Broner. Like my brother Keon always say, Kurt, the reason Adrian Broner fights the way he fights because his mindset in training camp is the same way he fights. So he brings that same mindset, that same mentality, and that same muscle memory into the fights. Go ahead, Kurt.
Mine will have to be Mildred Taylor. One fight messed up his whole career. That was against Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. in that epic fight, March 17, 1990. He always fought too aggressive. He didn't have the power to fight that way. He had fast hands. All he had to do was box, and his career would have been different. But Chavez gave him a beating. He was, had blood, when he used the bathroom, and he had broken bones in his face. That was one of the dumbest fights that I ever seen a fighter fight, and he paid the price. And he could never get out his own way, and that was the difference between him and Pernell Whitaker. So his mindset really messed up how he fought. I could never understand that.
Zab Judah too. Great call, John Norrie.
hmm And
Yeah.
those fighters have lack boxing IQ and intangibles because you have enough pedigree to understand your strengths and weaknesses. Always fight to your strength. You can't turn Ernie Shavers into Pernell Whitaker, and you can't turn Willie Pepper to Mike Tyson. If you could punch, be aggressive. That's why I like Tank. Tank understands what he's good at, so he goes for the knockout. If you don't have the power, then you box. Okay, you don't get the knockout, you box, but don't be a boxer. Be in the trenches so you can give the other guy a chance. I was watching fights last night, and I was criticizing Martin, but he won. He knocked Perez out, but it was a good fight. But I hate to see fighters don't fight and use their head. Boxing is all about the mental, how smart you are. It's a thinking man's game. And one thing, Blue, I'm going to address Jay Lynn. She said, "What makes an American star?" Well, the climate is different now. It used to be the amateur background of a fighter. Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard were well known Olympians. Everybody, the world saw them on the stage in your TV sets. They fought on network TV, and plus, don't forget, or Sugar Ray Leonard was on this thing with Bob Hope special. Millions used to watch that. Sugar Ray Leonard used to be on there, and Muhammad Ali used to be on what we call the Dean Martin roast. These are old school comedians and movie stars, and Ali was clicked in with them. So everybody knew who them guys were. Mike Tyson was on. People forget Mike Tyson. You came up on network TV. He didn't even make the Olympic team, but he was seen on TV, and because of his power and his Darth Vader like personality. And Floyd was smart because Floyd used social media to his advantage. The 24/7s that all the fighters use, and the documentaries and money, which catches people ire. Floyd did that to get him out there. So he was smart for doing that. But that's the formula that makes a star.
Mm-hmm. Troy Battle, brother in the super chat. He said, "What up, Blue? What is going on with Gary Russell fight? Any new news on that Gary versus Vargas fight? Nothing. No movement. Last bit of information we got for that fight was a month and a half ago. Elliot Burgess, what's going on? Was a month and a half ago. Salute to Troy Battle in the super chat. No news. No movement. When is the last time Gary Russell fought? No news, no movement, no nothing. We don't hear nothing. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, Blue. I'm dumbfounded by Gary Russell. I heard 2 or 3 months ago, I heard Vargas, and I haven't heard anything. It's like messing with spies. All the documents are secretive. Shh, nobody say nothing. Shh, we're going to keep this under wraps. Boxing. When did boxing become so secretive?
And there's no point. WB Sports TV was going on. Rampage Jackson was going on. What's the point? What is the point? What do you get out of it, Kurt? For being hush hush. What's the point? What did you get out of it? You know what you got out of it? Fans not knowing fights happen. Fans not being able to support because they can't prepare themselves. Nothing. The last time he fought was February of 2020. That was nearly 2019.
My goodness.
And I was at that fight when he fought King Tug.
My goodness. That was whatever. What was that fight at? Connecticut?
It was in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
That's the last time, Kurt. A month and a half ago is when they said they agreed to a deal to fight. Ray Vargas became his mandatory, so on and so forth. Nothing, Kurt.
They are like they scared to put information out there.
Right.
I don't understand why. What's the big deal? Just put it out there. Yeah.
And now Israel said, y'all act like y'all never seen someone frozen out. Well, now Israel, this is the time of social media. So if that's the case, make yourself heard, get out of it, and go elsewhere. You don't even need a promoter. Plain and simple. Laif Grahamson, I hope I say your name right, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. That's actually more than that. He said, Ray Hardcore boxing fan on here speaking about boxing declining is huge worry. Is a huge worry. Yeah. Real hardcore boxing fans on here speaking about boxing declining is a huge worry. It is. It is.
I love this sport, man. I hope it can correct itself, man. But I just we love boxing. The chat, you Blue, we all do, man. We have a great platform, man. And I mean, the problem with boxing is they have good fights. Neri Figueroa, we just seen Chocolatito and Estrada, but they need that big high profile fight to keep the public's interest. You know, and we're not getting it. It'll be a shame if we don't get Spencer Crawford. That's what it's looking like.
And it's like this, right, Kurt? Just think, the last time Gary Russell fought was the last time Guillermo Rigondeaux fought, right? Why is his fight scheduled in August, all the way in August?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you have to have venues. I know all of these things are a factor. August, though? August? And Gary Russell Jr., there's no movement. There's no updates. Use your, what Luis Cordova, what's going on? Use what's available to you. What's at your disposal. Use it. Hey, man, I'm trying to get these fights. No, they ain't trying to give me these fights, man. Use it. Use it. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. We should be at 1K already. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K.
You know what? And I'm glad that we have the Errol Spencers in Texas and the Canelos, because as bad as boxing is, they do breathe life into the sport. And I want to salute the Mexican fan base for breathing life into the sport. I want to salute the UK fan base, the underrated Polish fan base. I live by Prudential Center, Blue and Chat, when they first built it in Newark. And when Thomas Adamek, who I met, he
Hey,
had
Kurt. Hey,
yes,
Kurt, take over for a second. I'll be right back.
okay. And I'm gonna tell you guys in the chat, Thomas Adamek had a crazy fan base. That's all you saw was red and white. Kaneki has a very underrated fan base. Canadians love boxing. Their history is very underrated, vastly underrated, and they love boxing. Of course, the Irish, Irish have blood. You cut them boxing gloves will come out the veins. I mean, it's great. So I salute all the fan bases. Oh, and how can I forget? The Puerto Rican fan base. I lived in New York, so I know. I used to watch Trinidad at the Garden and Miguel Cotto. Man, that place used to be rocking with the flags. It was beautiful. It was very festive, and they should. Edgar Berlanga should be fighting at the Garden during Puerto Rican Day, Puerto Rican Festival that weekend, because he'll sell out. It was supposed that they try to make Felix Verdejo like a star, but it didn't really pan out for him. Sort of like Victor Ortiz. He never became. He was the original Canelo, but it didn't pan out. So Oscar stole Canelo from that promoter. He was smart, and Canelo is a star. But Miguel Cotto and Felix Trinidad at Madison Square Garden was a beautiful thing, man. Oh, I loved it. Oh, you could feel the love, you could feel the passion. The Trinidad and Joppy, it was so noisy, man. Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. So even though I said, American Star, but I salute those guys for keeping boxing alive. And you know who has a crazy fan base we don't talk about? Ricky Hatton, man. Go look at the Costa Zoo fight. That place was like a zoo. They was going crazy for Ricky Hatton when he fought Costa Zoo. And when he fought Floyd, you would thought the fight was at in England. They took over Las Vegas. They took it over. They followed him overseas. So Ricky Hatton had one of the best fan bases in the history of the sport. They was loyal. But American fan base is different. If we don't have a star, then America is not going to care about boxing. You need that star. It's just like going to see the Lakers. Who wanted to watch the Lakers without Anthony Davis and LeBron James? Last night, no Damian Lillard. Who the Portland Trailblazers played last night? Oh, the Clippers. I don't think Westbrook played. Kawhi Leonard. The NBA, they need stars to drive their league. When you watch movies, they ain't going to cast anybody. They're going to cast the Tom Cruises and the Denzel Washingtons because they can carry the movie on their name alone. That's my point. And boxing, we just don't have that right now. So that's really, to me, there's no face of boxing. So promoters, they're going to have to conjure up ways to get their fighters out there. Like Blue said, they bought them tickets and they're going to resell them so they can recoup their money. I mean, that's just how it is. It's the climate of boxing because we don't have a star right now. A guy like Mike Tyson who can take boxing, put it on their shoulders. Because when you have a Mike Tyson fight, it just seems like it spreads. People be interested in boxing because it's out there. It's front page newspaper. If he was if a 20-year-old Mike Tyson was fighting right now, we'll be talking about who's next opponent going to be, who's on the undercard. That's how Christy Martin got popular. So a lot of people don't understand it, but I understand the business of boxing very well. You just need that big star, and we don't have that right now. I mean, the climate for pay-per-view is what, 320,000? How many pay-per-views would Earl and Terrence do? It's not going to be nowhere near Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. That was a huge fight, man. That was a huge fight. Huge fight. And it was different. The climate and market was different because you knew they were stars because you had to physically leave your house, go buy a ticket, and sit in a movie theater where you could just now, if you want to order pay-per-view, you just click on your remote and you can sit in your living room. But back then, imagine a guy like Muhammad Ali and you going to see George Foreman worldwide. He did 1.1 billion views, billion with a B. Against Joe Frazier, the first fight, he did 400 million. Against that wrestler he fought, Antonio Inoki, in 1976, he did 1.4 billion. That's the face of boxing. Not Earl Spence, not Deontay Wilder, not Canelo Alvarez. And I love them all. But to me, it's just wide open right now. But I salute the fan bases. UK, I hope they get the Joshua Fury fight done. Because UK, they deserve a fight, man. They deserve a fight of this magnitude. They put in the work. Look at Frock and when he fought Carl Frock and what's the other guy? Oh, George Groves. Bananas. Nigel Benn, and Eubanks. Fan bases was bananas. I mean, when Ali fought Spinks over here in New Orleans, they got 65,000 people. And I'm going to tell you, the highest attendance ever in the sport history, the attendance was free, but it was 1941. It was a middleweight by the name of Tony Zell, the man of steel, they used to call him, and Billy Pryor. They did 135,000 people. 135,000. And then the next second was Chavez. And Don King was smart because he charged everybody $5. That was 132,000. But Jack Dempsey and Gene Tunney in 1926, 1927, both of their fights did well over 100,000 people. So that's, the climate, like I said, 2021, the climate is different. Boxing, ain't what it used to be. But if you get a star and get a good dance partner, the fight's going to sell itself. Mayweather and Pacquiao, Mayweather and Canelo. That's always going to be the case, but we don't have nobody like that. And when I told my friends when Mayweather retired, I said, man, it's going to be a while before we get another star. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. And you could have great skills, but you got to have the personality. You got to have the charisma. You got to have the opponents, and that's what Ali and Leonard had. They had great opponents. Sugar Ray Leonard had 3 super fights, not big fights, 3 super fights in a year and a half when he fought Duran twice in June and November. And then the following year, he took on Tommy Hearns, which was in September 81. Because he had a short career. He only had 40 fights. Only had 40 fights. And he retired like a gazillion times. Well, to be honest, about 4 or 5 times he retired. But he had the opponents. And he had that Olympic pedigree. And network TV like really paid off for him. But I salute the Mexican fan base. I love the passion. I love the spirit of the Mexican fight fans. Puerto Rican fight fans, I love the spirit. I was watching a fight that you guys should watch, man. Oh man, it was the ongoing saga between Puerto Rico versus Mexico. They had 2 fights, and nobody never talks about this rivalry. One of my favorite Mexican fighters, Jose Luis Ramirez. He was 84-4 with 70 knockouts, fighting Edwin Chapo Rosario. And the second fight I watched yesterday morning, and I was so excited, man. They fought in Puerto Rico. Man, I'm not gonna tell you, but I don't know if you guys seen it. Let me know if you've seen it. I'm looking at the chat. I don't know if you guys seen it, but man, what a fight. And it's always good to go back and look at these classic fights because you forget how good they were. You forget. And then they had a fight that same day. This is boxing now. Juan Kid Meza versus Jaime Garza. Well, Meza was 40-0 with 38 knockouts. It was a slugfest. And then later on, they showed Rosario and Ramirez. I come from an era that I'm spoiled. Remember something, Tommy Hearns and Aaron Pryor fought the same day, August 2nd, 1980. They both won their titles the same day. So imagine seeing that. 2 special fighters fighting the same day, winning their first world titles. So I don't know, man. But I'll never give up on boxing. I love it too much. I'm looking forward to Luis Neri versus Brandon Figueroa. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a really good fight. A really, really good fight. I'm looking forward to Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. I think that's another outstanding fight. I'm looking forward to Charlo and Castano because Castano's going to make the fight because he's going to put pressure on Charlo. That's the only way he fight. And Charlo's going to have that uppercut ready because Castano fights too close and he's too square. And he has a high guard, so you shoot a uppercut right between the guards. That'd be interesting. Who knows? We may have an upset here and there. We may have some surprises. So who knows? Let me see what's in the chat. I like talking to the family. Let me go in the chat. Jonathan Park said, Kurt, they do deserve a fight, but not on the backs of Deontay Wilder. We all know why I say that. The trilogy should come from first, my opinion. Yeah, but it should. They contractually, Fury owes him a fight, but we all know it's a mess right now. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm excited about Fury and Joshua. I want to see it. I doubt it happened July 24th. If it does happen, I'll be ordering on ESPN Plus pay-per-view because I'm a boxing fan. Remember when the Zone first came out and people were like, "Nah, I'm not getting it. The Zone, this and that." Well, are you saying that now? Because I love the Zone. Hey, I go where the boxing is at. Plus, I like the afternoon fights. They have long cards, but they've been producing some good fights lately. So, I don't care what platform is on, Eddie Hearn, top rank. I just want to see a whole bunch of fights so I can be happy. And Angel Perez said, that's amazing. I'm envious of you, Kurt. You see amazing fights. Well, go to Mario Sanchez or Iron Bar Boxing. They have all the classic fights there. I don't got to pull my DVD collection out anymore, and I'm happy. It's a pleasure. When you have time and you're not busy, go look at these fights, man. Look at the rivalry with Mexico and Puerto Rico. I was looking at some Roberto Benitez fights, and you'd be like, man, this guy was really good. But Benitez won the title at the age of 17. He's a world challenger, a world elite fighter at the age of 16. 16. Won the title at 17. Excellent fighter, man, Roberto Benitez. I'm going to do a show called The Top 10 Puerto Rican Fighters. I've been thinking about them, man. I'm going to do a show with top Puerto Rican fighters. The Carlos Ortiz and Wilfred Benitez and the Trinidad and Cotos and Camachos and Coco Kid Lewis. He was a great fighter. Part of the Black Murderers Row. He was for Puerto Rico. He was a great fighter. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that. That small island produced so many great fights. Let me go in the chat. Down. I'm just off the. I'm just looking at names and not in no particular order. Donald Favor said, "Kurt, who you like, Colbert, Shakur?" That's a real good fight, Donald. I'm gonna edge it to Shakur because I think his defense is a little better. Shakur technique is beautiful, his speed, but I like Shakur. Solo Productor said, Kurt, what about Davis and Barrios? If Barrios fights smart, that could be a very tricky fight for Davis. If he fights behind the jab and don't give up his height, he could make life tough for Tank. But Barrios cannot get into a shootout. He can't let Tank get close to his chest because the short fighter has the advantage, contrary to popular belief, when he's in the taller fighter's chest because he could break him down to the body. He, makes himself smaller, sort of like Dwight Muhammad Qawi used to do. Let me see. Ray Rio said, "Do you have your own channel?" No, I'm on Blue Blood. Ray Rios Monday through Friday, 6:30 to when we get off, and I have another show called The Three Wise Men of Boxing with Scrapbook Boxing and Stormy B. Man, we come on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the history of boxing. We may talk about Benny Leonard or Harry Greb. Yeah, Harry Greb was a special fighter, blind in one eye, 261 and 17 with 48 knockouts. He was unbelievable fighter. Let me see. Mark Booker says, salute Kurt. Kurt, this Mark the champ. Oh, my man. Mark, what's up, man? Mark the champ from Facebook. Much peace and blessings. Hey, man, Mark Booker. You guys should check him out, man. Mark Booker is a gem to the sport of boxing. He the pictures that he gets and the people he talk about. This guy's a true historian, man. He's a gem to the sport, man. Salute to you, man. I'm glad I saw your name, Mark Booker. Yeah, we conversate on Facebook. I'm always liking his pictures. And good God, man, Mark Booker. Salute to you. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Angel Perez said, I agree, Kurt. Just show me some fights. I'm gonna give you some fights that you can look at, and you're gonna be like, wow. Elliot Burgess said, yeah, he won at 17 years old, but they say Canelo was too young for Floyd. Yeah, they say that. Silver Surfer Lugia said, Kurt, Wilfred Gomez, Carlos Ortiz, Coco Kid, Trinidad. Absolutely. Man, Trinidad was he was something else, man. Trinidad was something else. Man, I was a huge Trinidad fan, man. That small island produced so many great fighters, man. Shout out to Puerto Rico, man. Devontae Richardson said, Kurt, when you were gone, Kurt, when you gone, start showing your face. Hey, I need a haircut because I look like Grizzly Adams. I got an afro and a thick beard. I'm starting to gray a little bit, but my barber's gonna come over, cut my hair, and then I'm gonna start being on camera so you guys can see me. See that handsome face right there? I took that picture when I was 50 years old. So I got good genes in a way. Yeah, Robert Brown said Coco was the truth from Murder Road. Sure was, Robert Brown. A great fighter. People don't talk about a lot of fighters, man. It takes time to study the sport of boxing. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 7, but I'm glad my father taught me, man. I'm happy, but I'm glad to be talking about with you guys. DOG 215 said, I'm not supporting no fight that messed over Wilder. I can't do it. I hear you. That's your dedication to Wilder. I'm not mad at you for real. Valiant prize fight said Wilfredo Benitez, black Puerto Rican from the Bronx. Yeah, man. Benitez was great. I believe he was dating Sugar Ray Leonard's sister when they fought. Yeah, Benitez, man, was that dude, man. He gave Duran a boxing lesson. He went to shake Duran's hand, and Duran was like, "Get out of here, get out." That was funny. Yeah, Benitez was the man. He said, Kurt, I think that's Cuba versus Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, no slight to Cuba. Cuba has good fighters. Well, Puerto Rico had great fighters, man. You got to give that small island produce some great fighters, man. Rafael Gomez and Deontay Wilder has the record 32 straight knockouts. Rafael Gomez, 17 knockouts and title defenses. He was stretching people out like Persian rugs, man. And he got a meanness to him. Go look at Angel Perez. I don't know how old you are. I'm quite sure you've seen the Rafael Gomez versus Lupe Pintor fight. That was on the undercard of Tommy Hearns and Rafael Benitez. That card was called Carnivore Champions in 1982. Man, we were so excited in the theater. Me and my father was going crazy. My father was going for Pinto. I was going for Gomez. Let me see. Eric Johnson said, "Big fights coming." I like certain fights that's on the horizon, man. I can't wait for the month of May. May's gonna be fire. I can't wait. Fast mover. Oh man, Kurt Duran versus Chavez at 135. Man, that is nuclear war, World War III, man. Oh man, because when I match up these fighters, I'm thinking prime. Chavez looked unbeatable when he took on Edwin Chapo Rosario, and Duran was a monster. I have to say Duran, but it's a closer fighter than a lot of people think. Oh, Blue is back. You Black Blue? Oh, you back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was talking to the chat. I love conversating with the chat, man. I like the questions, man.
I can't get my camera to focus.
He want me to put the fights in the link.
I can't get the camera to focus. But yeah, let's get on out of here, Kurt, man. Smash the like button, people. I didn't even realize the time, Kurt.
I'm cooking and it's 8:41. I just love conversating with the chat, man. Oh, Sean said you missed my super chat, Kurt. I'm my bad. I'm sorry about that, Sean. Can you pull it up, Blue? Sean.
Let me see. Okay, got him. Yes, sir. Salute to the brother Sean in the super chat. He says, "Salute, Blue and Kurt. I still can't get past that point you made about Tyson being on the front page. Boxing has fallen big time."
Yes, indeed. It has, man.
Yep.
Tyson is a mega super duper. I wouldn't even call him a star. Iconic.
Yep.
The guy's still making commercials.
And come back today and still doing the biggest numbers.
Yep.
Still doing the big numbers. Brother G Al in the building. What's good with you, G Al? Beatbox, what's going on? Marky Dan 123 back in the super chat. He said, Morajan Madevlev versus Nui Monster Nui at 122. Who wins?
What's the name?
Marajan.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
That's a good fight. That I like Anui, but that's a good fight. That's a real good fight.
Yeah. I like Inui, man. I do think that they overstate him. You know what I mean? But I definitely like him. He definitely skilled. He got power. You know, he definitely, is going to be one of the best. You know what I mean? But right now they just overstate him, man. You know what I mean? They just putting him they just putting him where he hasn't earned it. You know what I mean? Salute to DJ in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, "Shout out to you, Kurt. You remind me of my grandfather when it comes to boxing knowledge. He loved black and Mexican fighters. First fight I ever saw was Meldrick Taylor versus Julio Cesar Chavez Sr."
Oh wow! Shout out to you. One thing about we go before we go, I want to address something. Andrew Hundred said, "Kurt, another forgotten Puerto Rican fighter. When you was away, Blue, I was showing love to Puerto Rican fighters, man. That small island produced some great fighters. Jose Bazora. Jose Bazora was a great fighter. He fought Sugar Ray Robinson, and he drew against Sugar Ray Robinson. He was real strong. He gave Sugar Ray Robinson a lot of problems, man. So." Jose Bazora was very underrated Puerto Rican fighter.
Mm-hmm. AJ Holloway, what's going on? Roll Money said Blue and Kurt, Rigo versus Anui. I like Rigo, man. I mean, if ex Krypton Rax, what's going on? If Rigo is still, if he could still be Rigo now, he's older. Can he keep up the pace with Anui right now? I don't think so. So I think Anui will win the fight. I don't think he could keep up the pace. But Rigo, you know, prior to the Lomachenko fight, I think Rigo wins. Salute to my brother Drew Titan. Go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan. The Druth in the building. Drew dropped the link. Kanal Williams, what's going on with y'all? Yeah, get the likes to 1K. What you think, Kurt? Last one, Rigo versus Anui.
Annoy now. Rigo that beat Donaire, Rigo schools Annoy. Annoy's over for straight right hands. Now I don't because I think Rigo lost his legs. He was in a war. I forgot that fight he fought. Remember?
Yeah,
He had it was a war.
looked like he was going to get knocked out.
Right. Right. And I think Nui and Tank, I like their mindsets. That they recognize their power and they have an aggressive mindset. So they're going for the knockout. So I like Nui to beat Rigo at this point of his career.
Mm-hmm. Well, the truth, what's going on with you, great brother? Yeah, at this point in time in Rigo's career, I'm going Anui, man. His last fight, remember his last fight, he tried to stay in the pocket and got
Yep.
caught.
He was getting caught, man.
Yeah. Then he was like, "Oh nah, we ain't gonna do this again." He started utilizing the ring, remember?
Yep. No, one more last one. Elliot Burgess said Tito versus Elliot Burgess said Kurt Tito versus Mosley. I like Tito because Shane would have stood in front of Tito and that would have been suicide. No, you can't stand in front of Tito Trinidad. No way, no how.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. That's not gonna happen. Yep, Woke said 41 dislike. Yeah, that's that comes along with that. That's the dislikes you get before we even start. You know how that goes.
Man, this channel is fire, man.
Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up to 1K. Let's get on out of here. Before we go subscribe to my brother Terrence Bailey Sr. on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. He has a huge event coming up, Operation Frederick Douglass on the Hill. It's a historic mural being painted by world famous artist Michael Rosario and commissioned by the Frederick Douglass family. It will be placed in the oldest African American community in the United States, in the Hill community of Easton, EASTON, Maryland, to be unveiled this summer, July 5th. That's the 4th. That's the Monday following the 4th of July. 4th of July falls on a Sunday. Please support an effort by donating to the $50,000 goal. Go to Operation Frederick Douglass on the Hill on Facebook. You can follow and donate there. Also, every Sunday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's with a Z, yours with a Z radio. live975.com. You could tune in there and, get all the information. But once again, go subscribe to the great brother, Terrence Bailey Sr., on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr. Go ahead, Kurt, close us out.
Oh man, I love today's show. Man, I love talking to the chat and the questions. Or when you got to do something, Blue, just let me know. I got the show, and that's just another a segment on the show that I enjoy. Man, I just love being on here. Thank you, chat. Thank you for the super chats. Blue, great show, man. Like always, man, it's the norm for us. My name is Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, and we will see you tomorrow.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Buzz Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Buzz Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.